Hi, everybody.
Hey!
Hi,
Aye.
Welcome to Never the 12th.
we're Babble Slap.
Yeah. Or babble crap.
Yeah.
You are.
I've always called it babble crap. I tell big guys, oh, I gotta go do babble crap.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just happy to be here with all of you.
Oh, that's
Well, it's nice to have you back. Last week was a below average as far as precious moments stuff. But the week before was above average when we had Allie. I think that if people had just stumbled upon our channel that week, they'd probably come back.
Well, they did last. Well, they did last week, and then they said, "What the hell," and left.
Well,
yeah,
I'd
me and
rather
Allie, we were on a roll.
spend the evening talking to you folks than to talking to the finest people in the world.
Whoever they are.
Well, we are the finest. We are the finest people in the world, darn.
We can take that a couple of ways.
That's like the Steve Jarrett morning show, where every show's better than the next.
Well, you stole that from me.
I had that once.
I didn't steal it. I just borrowed. It didn't matter. Steve never played it.
Well, you didn't put it to music.
Well, Timmy, since
What?
you didn't bring it up, how was everybody's week?
It's been raining about nonstop here since Friday. So before the show, I went and pulled off a pup from the big agave plant and planted it since it was still wet. So it should probably stop raining now that I planted something.
Yeah.
So
we
you
got
make tequila?
thunderstorms down here where I'm at.
You make your own tequila?
No,
We got rain, but I haven't noticed any thunder.
it thundered last night.
Yeah.
We actually had a tornado warning down here by us earlier today.
Cute. Did you get on your bicycle and ride off?
I tried.
Tornadoes are funny.
Actually, it was probably closer to Steve. It was down there by Newport Richey, Hudson area.
Oh, yeah, it looked pretty thick. You know, we had a little rain and thunder here. But...
So I came up with a theory.
Uh-oh.
The sequel movies, what are named the same as the first movie, just plural. I think
Twisters.
Twisters, Aliens.
Hard Days, Nights?
They're good.
Hard days, nights.
Star Wars. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Star Wars is...
We had to watch Star Wars sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, Raiders of the Lost Arks.
Tootsies.
Star Trek's. What did you say?
Tootsies.
I think said put. Never mind.
We had a watch party at Darn's house Saturday with Wendy Renshaw, and we watched Goonies. I'd never seen it before.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We should have watched
see that?
Goonies.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was the sequel. You should have watched Goonie first.
Oh.
Gooey. Oh, who said that? That was
It was. I didn't realize they had Forrest Gump.
Oh, now
Right
it's
now,
called.
Forrest
Now it's
Gump.
called Gumps.
Gumps. That sounds like some kind of VD.
Yeah. Well, you gave me Gumps.
You got the Gumps. She
My
got the
Gumpers.
Gumps.
I don't think VD is a thing anymore.
ED.
They switched it to STDs, and then they switched it to STIs. And
My car. I put a lot of STD in my
Yeah,
car.
for my car, it's STD.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did they?
They
You
first-
don't even really see STP oil treatment much more anymore.
No, I was
Oh,
looking
it's
it
not a bit
up.
longer.
Yeah. Well, they got the fuel system cleaner and all that crap. Because that started out at Studebaker. It was originally Studebaker tested products. It was Andy Granatelli, the big giant guy. He worked at Studebaker. That's
I think Lucas Oil, kind of took over the market, and which I hope isn't the same Lucas that makes the electrical systems in English cars that always catch on fire and stuff.
Yeah. Part number 00722, Lucas factory replacement wire smoke.
Yeah.
That 50 Mercury my dad had, he said he's going down the freeway and something caught fire under the dash or around the firewall. So he opened it, and just started pulling wires out until it stopped doing it. And he's never really lost any functionality of the car. He didn't know what he disconnected. That's just, but he was a fireman. That's what they do, you know.
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing for him if his car burnt down. You'd have to tell the guys at work.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well,
what
he
I was
had
asking Steve. I was asking Steve this morning, what happens if you drive for Uber, but you need to take an Uber?
Oh yeah, that's. Vicky and I were talking about that earlier.
Like doing an operation on yourself, I guess.
It would destroy the universe.
Probably, yeah.
My dad, his childhood home, he took us once when I was 12, and we had to walk down this hill through a field. It's like a little house in the prairie, and up another hill. And I guess he went into his old house the first time since he was a kid, and it was abandoned. And he's telling us where he slept, and just Kenny's going through all these memories. So later on, this was, he was a volunteer fireman after he retired, and they got a call, a fire call, and he was potatoed on the couch, and he was totally just oblivious. And his wife was like, "Honey, there's a call, a fire call." He's like, yeah. And he didn't leave. He didn't get up, and it was his childhood home burnt down. So it's like if he would have got up off his butt, maybe he'd have saved his house. I don't know.
Or at least watched it burn down. One of the two.
And the funny thing is he said he was going to take pictures of the house before that happened, and then he said he was going to take pictures of his schoolhouse where he, was 10 years old and went to school, and then it fell down. And I'm like, before he could take pictures, I'm like, I hope Dad doesn't plan on taking pictures of me sometime,
So one person answered. How was everybody else's week?
Oh.
I would not recommend.
1 star.
No, give it 2. Nothing particularly bad happened. Oh, Kiana's gone all week, so it's 4. It's been a nice week.
She's not yelling at you in the background anymore to eat your dinner and stuff like that.
She's not making a mess.
I was about to say, when we went to the house, it's like, wow, this is spick and span, and then he's like, she's out.
Should she go back to Colorado or?
Yeah.
I got a nail in my tire this weekend. That was fun.
Why'd you do that?
Uber sent me in an alleyway, and then I got a nail. Then I also find out the tire was split.
Could be from all those cigarettes, Steve.
Yeah. The cigarettes are sure the blame for my tires. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I had a Mother's Day with my wife this weekend, and I recovered from a sinus infection. I thought I had previously had a sinus infection years ago, but it was nothing compared to what I had last week. Holy crap.
Wow.
Must be some new and improved version of a sinus infection.
Oh, yeah, they're always doing that. It's like Facebook.
Hey,
Did you have to use a neti pot?
What?
Did you have to use a neti pot?
No, I just went in there. She gave me some antibiotics, and it cleared up in a day or two. But boy, it was.
So what do you do with your wife on Mother's Day? Do you put an apron on her and get on your knees like a little kid and have some It's kind of gross, but I was just wondering what he does on Mother's Day with his wife.
Well, I celebrated my wife for being a mother to my kids.
Oh,
I cooked breakfast on Sunday morning, and I cooked dinner on Sunday afternoon, and.
I took mine out for breakfast.
I didn't do a damn thing.
Well, that's a game we're going to play later, darn. I came up with a game, and Timmy ought to have fun with this game, too. Things that darn made us do that he'll deny.
It's called I Didn't Make You Do a Goddamn.
I didn't deny a goddamn thing.
Hey, Lewis. Lewis said good evening to everyone on this show tonight.
Hey,
I'm happy
Lewis.
being here tonight. I've been missing the show for a very long time now. Thank God I'm back. Yeah, he got a used telephone So he's able to get. Do they call them telephones now? I mean, I don't know. That's how old I am. Is a telephone.
Cell phone.
I think I don't even know if it should be called phones anymore. I think I think phone is just an app on your handheld computer.
Don't they call them
Yeah,
mobile
nobody
devices
uses
now? Is that what they're calling
It's a mobile tracking device.
them? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Like
no,
kinda
they just call them a device. Oh, if you're
Oh,
on a
is that it?
device, when I was a kid, they used to call them nuclear devices.
Oh.
But they didn't want to use the
Cell
B
phone?
word.
They used to
No,
call them
actual nuclear
multi-
ones that went nuclear boom.
nuclear vessels.
Like nuclear
Whistles,
whistles, yeah.
I remember when we used to call police cars mobile tax collection units.
They are. Absolutely. Now they don't even have to have the cars anymore. You've been watching the videos from Colorado on all the towns getting those photo radar things on the
Oh,
sides of the
yeah.
roads.
Oh, they nailed
Oh,
me like
really?
that in Georgia one. I didn't realize it. I went through a school zone, and a few weeks later, I get a ticket in the mail with a picture of my car. I'm like,
Oh, what's really
You did
good?
really?
yeah.
No. What I got was a link in a letter. They sent me a letter, and then there's a link written out, and I go to the link, and they show the Ford Ranger truck that I'd sold going through a red light.
Oh, wow. So
It's
it
like
wasn't even
Sell the
yours?
tags
Sold it.
with it.
But yeah, well, I just told
And
them.
be careful, folks, especially if there's not a photo, because that's a scam as well. Like people phishing
This
people's.
was 20 years ago.
Yeah, no, I just people will phish people's credit card information or get them to give them money, saying that they got a toll ticket.
Yeah, I just got that. Text like a week ago from the city and county. Oh, claiming to be from the state of Colorado that I had an outstanding, traffic ticket.
Yeah,
sorry,
Matt
guys,
Walsh,
I got-
he's usually pretty savvy about that, and he said they almost got him.
I got to help tend to a 5-year-old. I'm sorry, hang on.
Okay, and Lewis said yes. He said yes. We call it telephone. Tony had said that Liberia was kind of set up, supposed to be kind of like a little United States.
Hmm.
It was actually specifically set up by the United States for any of the, at the time, I'm going to use the term slaves that wanted to return to Africa.
Or the ones that didn't want to,
And-
but everybody else wanted them to.
Oh,
Until
that too.
Yeah.
they did fairly well until I don't know, sometime between World War II and the 80s, and then they started.
I think it was
getting-
1979 that they actually
Yeah.
had a regime change or something, and
And then they started getting. They had dictators for a while.
They still have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing we don't.
I think that's what that movie Dogs of War was about, from like the early 80s, late 70s, was about Liberia.
Oh yeah.
Because there was a bunch of those movies, and one was about Somalia, and one was about some other damn place, and then
Hmm.
I used
hard
to
to keep
love.
track.
I used to love Pink Floyd's Momentary Lapse of Reason album, and then it's like I just hate reading about stuff. It's Dogs of War. It's about Reagan, how he's going to kill us all, and then on the turning
did.
away, that's
Killed
about
us
how
all.
bad the United States is. And just like, just fuck off.
It's not like, Roger Waters is like of clear mind.
It wasn't. He had nothing to do with that album.
Oh,
We were supposed to listen to
that's
David
right. Momentary
Gilmour.
Lapse of Reason was after. Yeah, that's
We
right.
were supposed to listen to Gilmore to get away from that shit. But you never know. He could just be bullshitting people. I bet most of those songs were just rhyming the moon with June. But he has to, they have to stay within their cocktail crowd by saying bullshit stuff.
Well,
He did say when they did that Live 8, where they actually did their real reunion for that show, I think Gilmore said something like, it was a worthwhile cause because the United States is so greedy and doesn't. I'm just like, we are the most generous country ever in the history of the world. So shut the fuck up and sit down. I get so sick of that shit. Remember that poem, "The Americans," from that Canadian broadcaster H.P. Lovecraft or whatever his name was, Stan Livingston. I'll just keep mentioning names until Tony corrects me. Butch Cassidy,
Yeah.
Stanley Kramer. Must have a Stanley in it because I keep thinking of Stanley. Stanley Warbucks, Stanley Steamer.
Stanley Kubrick.
You know those Stanley
The hell would
Steamers?
I know?
They
Was
look,
that a fucking Canadian guy? And he loved the word technocracy for some reason.
that
I don't remember his name. Jeez.
I think those Stanley Steamers would go like 200 miles an hour or something, didn't they?
Well, there was one.
were-
It was one of them. It was one of the first land speed records. And it did go 200, but the problem is they didn't understand melody, or they didn't understand aerodynamics too well, and it took off flying. Didn't stay down, which is
that
kind
where
of a
that-
tough thing.
Is that where that Darwin Award thing
This is
came
like
from like
120
the
years ago.
80s?
This is like the 1890s.
Yeah.
Actually,
They
the first
need-
land
I
speed
mean-
record was an electric car.
We need a meme where Darwin Award winners, where Darwin himself comes out and kills them.
Yeah, there you go.
And it was
What was-
Gordon Sinclair is the name.
That was the first
Oh,
time I had
that
ever
guy.
heard. Oh, that was the first time I had ever heard of Darwin Awards. Is when they talked about the car the guy that strapped the Jatso to the top of his.
Yeah, the
you know,
JATO
car.
engine. And it turned out to be
And it is bullshit. Yeah.
it was a BS thing. But
Well,
J. Gordon Liddy would read them. That's the first time I remember.
Yeah.
It's timely because what's his name's the alien guy's coming out with a movie. Bob Lazar.
Actually, isn't it already out? Isn't that already out, or is it still?
I'm old.
I thought it was on Netflix.
No, I think it. Well, I don't know. I think it's a new one. But
No.
anyway, they hired him back in the day because they were impressed because he mounted jet engines on his car. But I don't think he flew into a mesa and died.
I like the one that had the inflatable missiles behind his car that were like following him. My video game, the only one that I've played in 10 years, my car game, it's got a like a city bus and like an old 50s school bus or like prison bus, and both of them are have JATO engines on them. And you could drive them like a regular bus, or you could hit that engine to thrust it. And I like to do that a lot. It really gives it a nice robust bust. Get it? Robust bust.
As your-
Bust.
Yeah.
As your tires come off and everything else when those things hit.
No, it pretty much just really just gives it a thrust, and you get going. But the problem is you could also crash a lot worse going that fast. You know, it's like if you go off the road and hit a ditch, it'll keep going, even though it's just a chassis and a couple wheels, and they're just kind of part of the frame. Whatever's it'll. There's a Dodge truck out of 68, 69. I liked that first generation Dodge. They looked good.
Well, Allie, if you're watching the show, we miss you.
Yeah.
Nobody watches this shit.
Ooh, those planes are painted to look like penguins.
Yeah.
I like it.
You could have heard a penguin drop when Tommy stopped to lock the door.
What do you get? Chat GPT or Gronk to create those there, Darren?
Gronk.
Say that again. I was thinking about a sexual assault I witnessed this week.
Oh, okay.
No. As I say, the penguin pictures. Do you get Chat GPT or Gronk to create those, or
Leonardo.
Grok, not Gronk.
what is it?
Grok.
Leonardo or
Grok.
Grok. It's
Grok.
from,
Okay.
it's
Not
from
Gronk.
Stranger
Gronk
in a
was the
Strange
guy
Land.
from, yeah.
I like Gottschalk's background because it's just photoshopped.
So I was spreading seeds in my yard, grass seeds, fertilizer and stuff all mixed together. And a couple mallards were walking by, and they kind of started looking at me, and they thought, "Oh, he's throwing food down." So I told them to wait a minute, and came in and got some bird food and brought it out and put it on the deck, and they came up and ate it. And that was all nice. And then they went outside my office and took a nap under my tree. And then another duck came up and sexually assaulted one of them. They all got in a big fight.
Hmm.
Nice.
Ducks are rude that way.
Looks like a B-52 engine.
Is it facing the right direction? Don't. Guess you just turn it around and use it as super brakes.
Well, yeah, because that's the intakes on the front there.
Yeah.
We got the ram cones in there.
I think that's nacelle engines off of a B-36, because they were testing high speed rail. They weren't really going to make a jet powered commuter train, but they wanted to test everything else. See it, test up the tracks and the wheels and all that stuff for high speeds.
See how bad it crashes.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, look at this
Well, it's-
picture I found.
What did you find?
I don't
It's
see it.
Frodo on a bad day.
It's Timmy walking in the backyard because every house in Hoffman Heights had that split rail fence.
That's you bastard.
That's me.
Sure
How come I
is.
can't? Oh, because I'm not on the desktop app.
Let me see if I can make it closer.
That ain't me.
It is.
It ain't.
Who is it then?
I don't know, but that ain't me.
Are you sure? It sure as hell ain't me.
It
Can you-
sure as hell ain't me. That's Trent Malone.
Oh, Trent.
That's Trent.
Oh, okay. Same difference.
No, yeah, okay. Remember him, darn?
Vaguely.
Who is that
He
guy?
was in our D&D group. His name's Trent Malone. Mahoney or Malone or something
I
like
tend
that.
to remember
One of
everybody
them damn Irish
in a,
dudes.
Is he a
in
friend of
a
yours?
more favorable light if they played D&D.
Ah, that's why I never played it.
Well, see, I know I'm not involved in this because I would not be involved in it. Well, no, I thought we were playing baseball. Never mind. Looks like we're holding a sword.
Lightsabers.
And
Yeah, there's a fat kid. I don't remember a fat kid. There's two fat kids.
zoom in on that.
Okay.
I can't
I'll
see
tell you
it.
who it is. That's Darn right there.
Yeah.
The fat kid.
No, the other one holding the sword. But I mean, maybe that is. Yeah, I don't recognize who that is.
I don't recognize that guy. Let me find
Is this
out.
one of you guys' birthday parties and you're doing shit in the backyard, or
Who knows?
Why, you all have pictures from your kid days. I ain't got squat.
no? Dig for him, or Steve.
That's
No,
about
no.
all I have worth showing.
They all got lost in the movie. I've shown my kid pictures before.
I missed him.
I did think I saw JJ. Oh, you remember that little that dinosaur thing that I bought, the little headpiece? The toy one, kind of like the one Steve had.
Hmm.
Well,
Oh,
I
there wasn't. Yeah.
so I bought a scanner, very expensive 3D scanner, like $600 or $700, like 3 or 4 years ago, and I never used it because I tried to use it once and it was so hard that I just put it down, and I felt like I just wasted my money on that sucker. So I finally got it out and started experimenting with it. It's hard to do. You got to paint the thing white, and you got to put a whole white thing under it, and I had to put my camera spotlights on it. And then you take the wand around, and you got to have one eye on that and one eye on the computer to make, and all you're seeing are little infrared stripes, and it'll say closer, farther, or we're going to lose traction, this and that. And it overwhelms the computer and shuts down the program if I scan too much of it. So I just got to scan little pieces of it. And then once I get like 5 or 6 different scans from around the piece, then I've got to put them all together like a puzzle. And so I did make my first scan. So
Cool.
yeah,
Gonna
so
rebuild. Gonna rebuild your draconian head, are you?
No, the Draconia head's fine. I didn't knock on wood. I didn't crush it. I just crushed my gator head.
Oh,
But the Gatorhead's I already have the 3D model for it, so I just have to get the printer out, which I'm probably going to do in a couple days. And I put that in half, so I got a jaw piece and a top head piece. And the top head, I've got it ready to print, and it says it'll take 1 day and 9 hours. So hopefully, as long as it doesn't clog, I'll be able to get that going.
There's Steve from the Steve Jarrett Morning Show from the 1980s.
Yeah, I was about 17 there.
I was 17.
Wasn't I,
It
Dish?
was.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Take your word for it.
I can't see any of the pictures you guys are showing.
Oh, you
You can
can?
see mine
I see
because I'm
Tony's.
not doing it the dumb way.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not
That's
doing
the
it
fat.
dumb.
That's
Yeah.
the fattest
Tony's
kid in school.
Dennis the Menace.
Oh yeah, I used to love the Dennis the Menace comic strip. I did. The show was actually a little bit before my time. I did see a few episodes. I thought Jade North was like way too old.
Did you put
He was
that
like
up
a
because we were
teenager.
talking about a fat kid?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite candy there? I like the bottle caps. Those are always my favorite. I still buy those once in a while.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, it depends on the day. I love gummy bears. Up there in the corner. I like Milk Duds. I like Swedish Fish.
I like most of that one that green box in the middle.
Right there. Well, you can't see my hand, but yeah, this one right
The touch and the
here.
Pez.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I have still got an empty box of that Ferrera Pan, whatever that candy is. I've got a box of that in my trumpet case from when I was a freshman in high school, and because we used to walk to Maxi Mart. You remember the Maxi Mart, that Googie, that mid-century building, the round one with the, that looked like a crown, like a Burger King crown with the building.
I always remember that. I always remember that being an arcade. I think it became the Maxi Mart after the arcade, and I was gone.
Well, I think it was originally like a laundromat or something. Then it came also, but when it was a Maxi Mart, we used to go there and buy candy and stuff. And I've still got that box, immaculate condition, in my trumpet case still. It's kind of a time capsule.
Who remembers this? Who remembers this one right here? Had good flavor for like 30 seconds, and then you had to get rid of it.
Oh, Fruit
Yeah,
Stripes.
Fruit
Yeah. Yeah, seconds of fun.
Yeah.
And then I mean it like after 5 minutes, it like disintegrated in your mouth, and
I think they had the coolest mascot. If I could be a mascot, it might be the Fruit Stripe Zebra.
The
That's
colored
pretty cool.
zebra. Yeah.
Figure darn, I was like 15, 16 in that picture.
Cool.
Why do you look at
You do
this?
have kind of a Fred Gwynn kind
Oh,
of.
yeah. Back then.
See,
Kinda
I didn't
looks
really
like
go for
you.
the sugar. Oh, there's candy corn. I'm the only guy in the world. I like candy corn just because of the nostalgia. Because Halloween was such was my favorite holiday of the whole year was Halloween, and you had to have the candy corn.
now you know the
It was never
backstory
not
of candy
available
corn,
outside
right?
of Halloween.
I've heard about you, the person who likes candy corn.
Yeah.
I think it's
Now,
all
you've
right.
heard Now you've heard the story about candy corn, right? All candy corn was made in like 1923, and it just keeps getting recycled every year.
Well, when I was a kid,
get-
it was not. You never saw it outside of Halloween.
Nope.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I would never go out and purposely buy candy corn, but if it
course
was
not.
given to me in a little candy pack, a snack pack, I'd eat it. It's okay.
Well, yeah.
And then you would always do the same thing with it. You'd bite off the little white end, and then you'd bite
Yeah.
off, the yellow end.
Oh, I forgot about that. Sure did.
I don't know if I ever ate one of those.
Really, they're pretty good. They're kind of one of those mystery tastes, kind of like a juicy fruit gum. It's just like, what is this? Was this a laboratory accident? I mean, it's not bad, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it tastes
That's
nothing
kinda
like
the-
corn, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with gummy bears. I'm not going to do the Whitaker story on gummy bears, but
Yeah.
when you bite off little pieces of gummy bears and dissect different colored bears together, and
Jesus.
you know,
You got better
Candy
eyesight than I
candy
do.
corn is candy corn's a little bit. I mean, it's all just sugar, but candy corn has a little bit of a spice in it. I think.
Yeah.
Not cinnamon, but you know what I'm saying. It's a little bit of a kind of
Yeah.
a spice kind of a thing.
But do you remember also when certain candies you only ever saw at a movie theater, nowhere else?
Yeah, dots.
Dots, Zag Nuts.
no, you can buy dots. I used to buy dots. at
No,
the
no, no. I mean,
convenience
I'm not
store.
talking about back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays, all bets are off. Everything's out the window, and the world's going to hell in a handbasket.
Oh, there's another Juji fruits. That's something you could just get at the theater.
Yeah.
Here's another one right next to dots. You could only get at the movie theater: the baked beans or the Boston beans. or
Oh
whatever
yeah, those
things are.
weird ass things.
Well,
They were
I don't
bad,
never
but
even
they were
had
strange.
those.
Aren't they like an insect larva?
They're
You know,
all
they-
insect.
They
It-
jump
uh,
around.
All candy, the coatings of candy is all made out of bug shells and shit.
Well, what was
literal
it in
bug
the,
shit.
what was in the Naked Gun that Frank and his partner were eating and their lips were all red, and then they showed these shells or something that they were picked off them. And
Well,
it was a giant.
they were eating the pistachio nuts that
Yeah.
were dyed red.
Right,
Okay,
right.
I never did understand what exactly that was. It reminded me of those Boston baked. What are those Boston baked beans? What are they?
They're just peanuts coated in like a hard
Oh, gross! I don't like
candy
peanuts.
or something.
I hated peanuts so much that it kind of scared me away from candy bars and things that had almonds in them. And it wasn't until like a couple years ago before I finally had an almond M&M, and those. And I'm like, well, these aren't that bad. I just I had such a distaste for peanuts that it scared me away from any kind of nut. And I realized, you know what? I don't mind nuts. It's just peanuts I don't like, and peanuts aren't even really nuts.
No,
They're
peas.
actually in the pea family.
And then you got
Bazooka.
the Bazooka Joe. That
But
was
down near
another
the
gun that
bottom, you
only
got my
lasted-
favorite. Near the bottom, you got Bitto paper.
Yeah, I got that from and when I was in a drugstore with Kathy Coleman, we were in the candy aisle, and she went and bought had a package of it, took it off the shelf. I said, "Oh, you're getting bit of paper?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "My friend Tony says that you can't have one without having paper stuck to it, so he calls it bit of paper." And I ended up buying a pack too. And we were at Disney World, and she tells Howard, "Hey, you want some bit of paper?"
Because it's
Now,
got this
I was
weird
getting-
wrapping, which almost comes off, except for that last little bit.
Except for that little fold over at the end of the candy that kind of holds onto the paper when it,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta
That's
scrape,
right.
You had to scrape it off with your fingernail.
Now, what I was going to say about Bit of Honey, because I was actually going to say, Bit of Honey was that can I liked Bit of Honey, but you just never bought it a lot. It was.
Yeah.
I
I
did.
bought
I
other
liked
things.
it. But well, it's definitely a drugstore candy, pretty much. But,
Yeah.
The Holy Mackerel, that '60s band, had a minor hit called "Bit of Honey," and that was Paul Williams, his
A bit of honey
'60s band.
chasing.
It's actually a good song, and Steve's probably knows it. You heard of it, Steve?
What's that?
Bit of Honey from the Holy Mackerel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Steve's heard of it. It was a minor hit. When I met Paul Williams, I was telling him about that I liked that song, or the Holy Mackerel. He says, "Yeah, we broke up before the album was released."
Well, that's horrible.
Not that unusual. There's been a few stories like that.
Yeah. But he sounded
Now
like
the other.
Go ahead.
Good.
I'm
I
just
said
saying
the
he
other
found it.
candy.
Go ahead. I'm done.
I say the other candy that you can only get once a year, and I love them, is the Cadbury eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just
Can I
one will
get
give
them
you
at least a
diabetes. That's like their commercial. Yeah.
Those are like my nemesis. I can't them and Oreos. I can't lay off Oreos either, but I have to.
Oh, those Cadbury eggs were the shiznits, but they just seemed like if there was a sinful thing, that was that. I mean, it just seemed like that. And the last ice cream I ever bought was Blue Bunny cherry cheesecake ice cream, and when I had it, it was so good. I mean, it just tasted like a cheesecake. It was, and it was so good that I just never ate ice cream again, because I'm like, this can't be good for you because it just tastes too good. So I just never bought ice cream again.
I bought a pound of them this past year.
Ah.
What is that? Now or never, or now and later? Okay. Pez. Oh, Pez is one of my favorites. I love Pez.
I like playing with the dispenser, but the candy itself was just a little hard brick of.
Well, you could have just kept the dispensers and given me the candy. I'd have been happy.
I've done that before when I was younger. You buy the Pez refills and just eat the refills instead of.
Yeah, I just eat
putting
the
them in
refills. Although the its dispensers are worth a lot now.
Now this is one I've never heard of. Is Abba Zaba? Don't know what
I've
the hell
seen
that
that.
is.
That's like a. I think that's a theater, more of a theater one than a drugstore one.
Now, my mom's best friend Becky, who Rob is based after, she had a job for a short time working at Jolly Rancher, tasting candy.
Cool.
So us kids thought that was like a dream job,
Over in
No, you'd
Golden.
be sick of it in the first week.
That's probably why it was a short-term job for her, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I used to deliver pizzas for a short time back in my early days, and I tell you what, you got sick of pizza after about a month.
I didn't.
I don't,
Yeah.
I think it's impossible for me to get sick of pizza.
Same thing with my wife. She loves pizza.
What if you had to smell bread every day? Because I love the smell of fresh bread. But, that one, because I bought my first Wonder Bread since I was a kid because of my special diet I'm having to do for prep. And I was just like, I don't know if I could even get past my gag reflexes, white bread. But I put a little squirt of honey on it and fold it in half, and boy, it's like crack. It's addicting.
Oh, yeah.
But I once, when I was 9, we did a field trip to the butternut bread
Are you leaving?
factory.
Are you leaving us, Lewis?
No, he's just flying high.
Oh, okay.
Although it is very late
where
it's very late where he is. He has to walk like a half an hour near a house that's got bandwidth to listen to us. So he's got to walk through the weeds and hopefully not get mugged. But yeah, I went and good grief, Captain! Really?
You can't.
So yeah, I did it. We did a tour. Our class, we did a field trip to the butternut bread factory. It was a big factory. And they remember these giant containers full of flour. They're just towers. It was like Oz. And they said each tower holds like, I think he said 85,000 tons of flour or grain or something. And so we watched how this air would blow up the bags, and the machine would shove the loaf in. And it was just real neat. And then they gave each kid a fresh loaf of bread on their way out. And boy, that was good. Darren and I ate the whole loaf of bread without even putting anything on it. It was so good. It was like, it was rubbery. The bread was.
Oh, yeah, when it's like
it was,
fresh out of the oven. Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, it was good. Remember that, Darren?
Not even a little bit.
Well, damn it, I shouldn't have given you any then.
You made me eat the whole bag.
I don't remember getting me a gosh darn thing. I don't think I've ever had a Mr. Goodbar.
I
I've
was
had
looking for them,
chiclets.
but never did find any.
Chiclets are
I got
good for
peanuts.
like if you have a tooth out, you can put a chiclet in there.
Oh, the Mr. Good
That's
bars
right.
are
Yeah.
awesome.
Or, well, you can chew. It's like gum, but the problem is you have to have like 1,200 of them in order to have like enough to chew on.
Yes. If you just do one, you'd have like this little.
You get stuck
You
in
chew
one
it
tooth.
like
and
your
that's
front
it.
teeth.
Well, that's what they are. They're teeth caps. If you're missing a tooth, but you have to make sure it's not a fruit chiclet because that'll look weird. I used to. Here's a thing that was only on Halloween. Is Beecher's candy. They were like shaped like little triangles, and they came in a little box. It said Beecher's gum, and it was like very sentimental. Just because always they were very ubiquitous. It was always every Halloween we had them, and I don't know if they. I don't think they make them anymore.
Isn't that bubblegum?
Yeah,
You said you'll soon be leaving because this place is very bad off. Yeah. Be careful out there, Lewis.
Yeah, be careful.
The other candy that
Now and later, they operate on the same principle as jalapenos. You get to experience them twice.
On the way in and on the way out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lewis is so happy. He's our number one fan. Well, you can always watch the rest of the show when you get home, the rerun of it. So.
I'm surprised Kendra hasn't come on and said her weekly thing. Hi guys.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one I liked. Fun Dip.
Fun Dip.
I used to always buy a Fun Dip.
Another annual candy is that the hard ribbon candy that Grandma always had in the bowl.
Whitaker would like those because they'd get stuck together in a big blob.
Yeah, it just became a sculpture. It was like one of those blown glass sculptures.
Actually, I think I could probably just sit down and eat all that stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe I'm going to go trick-or-treating next time around.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Whitaker and I got on our knees and went next door to the mean people's house, the mean woman, and I said, trick or treat. I thought she was going to kill us because I was like, don't do this. And she just laughed and gave us some candy.
I don't remember her.
Actually, I wasn't a big fan of the. Trying to get my orientation here. The cherry mash shit. I had that like one time.
Oh, vaguely remember it.
I remember
the lady next door. I used to mow her yard, so I don't.
Which one? The one that had Lucky and Donnie. I'm talking about Donnie and Lucky's mom.
Oh.
No, I mowed the other woman's yard. She was nice, just quiet. No, that the other next door was kind of one of those kind of weird families.
Love these for years.
Rolos.
Yeah, loved Rolos.
Oh yeah, those are good.
I turned Rob into a Rolo. Remember?
Yeah.
But Three Musketeers were good.
What's the one that's
Laffy?
like...
I still get Laffy Taffies sometimes.
Oh yeah, I've had that more recently actually. But
They
the
last
one
forever.
that's I think is it Nerds, the one where each candy is like a quarter of the size of a grain of rice, and you just basically have to sweep them up into your hand and try it without all of them going down your shirt.
Well, you pour them out the box thing. Yeah.
Did you hear how nerds are made or were discovered?
I think it was Tylenol during pregnancy.
Yeah, there you go. They were actually making another candy, and when they were putting the candies, in the rollers, to smooth them out, they were getting all these little sugar chunks, colored sugar chunks at the bottom of the rollers after it rolled them out, and that's
And people started eating.
so they got
Kind of like the donut munchkins.
Yeah, there you go.
So the candy, I could eat any of those too, almost all of them, but the ones I can't eat now are the more modern candies like the sour Skittles, because they just burn a hole in my mouth now.
Oh yeah.
I don't dig on the sour stuff so much.
I used to love them. I loved sour candy. I'd get the lemon heads and all that. I just can't do it anymore.
Well, Darn and Timmy, if you come down to Ocala, we will go to Grandpa Joe's candy shop, and he sells all the old vintage candies.
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
Does that one say Snickers darn?
Really?
Where?
Oh yeah.
Or my finger is pointing.
Your finger's pointing in the opposite direction of anything.
It actually says Snickers Dark.
Ah, okay.
Dark chocolate version of Snickers. But I like the Snickers Darn. That's.
I've never even had a Snickers because
you're on the upper left corner, Tony. of my
Well,
screen.
I
and
fixed it. So,
Scott's truck's lower
I
right.
forgot to click the damn thing. That's better. I always
Oh,
think
there we go.
there's like a 500 different settings I have to do every time, and I always forget one. Okay, so I'm down in the corner, out in the street, and Willie and the Pump Boys are coming by, and we're having
I think
chicken.
it's the
and
purple
feet.
Snickers thing, right?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
the Three Musketeers was one I had about every 6 months to a year to remind myself why I didn't get Three Musketeers. So
They were okay.
I like
If you
that.
once you understand
Oh,
what
no.
nougat is.
Three Musketeers are top of the line. That's a top shelf
Well,
candy
it's not
right there.
really nougat. It's like whipped up. It's like whipped up chocolate stuff.
So, do you-
I
you
prefer
guys-
Milky. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The Pop Rocks reminded me of how Emilio Estevez died. He ate a bunch of Pop Rocks and then drank a Coke.
I thought that was
Yeah,
the
that
beaver.
was. Yeah, that was Jerry Mathers.
No,
No,
it was a kid from
no.
the life. The kid from the Life commercial.
I thought Mr. Rogers
Mikey.
killed the beaver in Vietnam, fragged his ass.
Well, the Mr. Rogers was Special Forces. And, so was Bob.
Yeah.
Well, Bob Keeshan was Special Forces. He landed on Iwo Jima, but the problem was he landed on the wrong end of the island and fell off, and so he didn't really get
Oh.
to participate.
Oh, he was on Guam when it tipped over. Oh, Naked
remember-
wafers. Yeah,
Necco.
remember this one?
Yeah.
I
Remember
love
those?
Necco wafers. Yeah, I like those. They're kind of
Yeah,
like
like
Rolaids
made
without the
Dead people.
Without the flavor. Yeah.
Oh, it's Necro wafers would be dead.
Necro wafer. Yeah, that's what they are now.
Now the
No, but
top of the line candy bar for me is not on here, and that's a Milky Way. I love the Milky
Milky
Way.
Way.
Well, I was about to say, why have a Three Musketeers if you can have a Milky Way and you got that caramel with it?
I remember as a kid reading reading like the ingredients on the Milky Way. It's it has eggs in it. Look, it's healthy, Mommy. I can have more of these.
Yeah.
You think an egg is
Wasn't it-
healthy, I guess.
It's super
Oh,
fast. It's
well,
the best
no,
thing in the world
what-
for you.
Is that
Bubble Butt.
Bubblicious? I liked
Oh,
Bubblicious and Hubba Bubba because you could get orange flavor because you couldn't get orange bubble yum. But boy, the
Yeah,
grape
here's Hubba
bubble
Bubba.
yum was good.
And there's lemon heads.
That
The
seems sour.
ultimate bubble. Do what?
No, I ordered some
Lemon
parts
head
for
seems sour.
my old diesel Mercedes from this little independent shop, and they in the package they included a little packet of lemon heads.
Oh, there you go.
I love lemon heads. I don't think I can have them anymore because it just hurts me. Do you have any more candy collages? Because those are fun.
But I can do. No, I don't. I just got this one before I came on the air, but I can go find one if you want me to.
You ever
Yeah,
have
I
those
like-
those Lint LINDT chocolate bars? Because they have them in varying strengths of cacao or whatever, and you can get them up to like 90%. And so they kind of the first bite they taste like wood, but your taste buds kind of adjust and you end up kind of enjoying them.
Never heard
With
of
very
that.
little
But
sugar in them.
What I do is I get the baker's chocolate drops, the little kisses, but I get the dark chocolate
Mm-hmm.
and I just put it in the fridge door. And instead of like grabbing some big kind of dessert after, you kind of want that little sweet, and I just grab a couple of those. And I put lemons, I put a slice of lemon in my water every day. And I put the lemon peels, since I don't have a garbage disposal, so I just put them in a bag. Well, they eventually turns into pudding. And it kind of leaked out, the juice leaked out onto my chocolates. So then I had these tangy, like lemon flavored chocolate kisses, and they were pretty damn good.
Because chocolate, if you don't drown it in sugar, actually has an interesting and pretty nice taste.
I don't know
How about
why I
one
figured
that
Baker's chocolate might be a little better for you than, say, a Hershey Kiss or something.
Yeah.
I wanted to have just a diet of only fermented food, and I guess chocolate would qualify.
Yeah, and
Real chocolate,
rum.
yeah. Any alcohol, sourdough bread, cheese.
Boy, I'm glad this isn't tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm only going to be able to have green Jello, basically. I can eat until about the afternoon. My actual fasting, and where I have to start prepping and doing the pills, it starts at 6 p.m. and then it'll go until I'm done with phase one, and who knows when that'll be over with. And then if I can hopefully get some sleep, I'll have to set the alarm and get up at 4 in the morning and start phase two. And then I don't end up going there till like around noon. So what a pain in the.
And how long does it take?
Literally.
I got to be there in an hour in advance, but I think the actual procedure is probably maybe an hour or less. You know, I think they'll probably wake me up and do a consultation. Usually, my last consultation was just a minute. He just said, "Oh, you're fine." But the first one, they were showing me pictures, and so that's the kind you don't want.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I
Speaking of
remember
which, go ahead.
I remember when Ronald Reagan, he had part of his intestine took, and they were showing the piece that they took out. They were showing it on TV, and I thought, we don't need that.
Yeah, that was weird. And I hope that our prayers are with Bonnie Tyler,
Yeah.
who's been in a bad situation. She was in a induced coma. I think she still is, but then I guess they were getting her out, and then they said she had a cardiac arrest, and then. But her people are saying there's a lot of things that aren't true that are going out there.
Well, of course.
So they said she's in serious but stable condition now. It's a heartache. I always liked that song when I was a kid. Well, you know someone's old if they had a hit song that I remembered from when I was 7.
So that's what 76 was like.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hobbits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
It was a weird year.
Yeah. Well, the bicentennial really got rolling about 73.
Yeah,
But
for us,
by the time 76 rolled around, we were sick of it already.
I don't know about Darren, but 1976 for me was the summer of 76 was the first time I had experienced the 70s.
Yeah.
Because we lived in a house that was made in the a house and neighborhood from the early 60s, and my mom and dad got married in like 64, so all of their furniture, all the utensils, everything was from 64. And my dad listened to 50s country and stuff, and so basically that was we were kind of basically 60s kids, and then all that changed when we moved to Colorado in 76 and lived in this country club apartment complex, this big kind of, I don't know, but that's when it happened. It was just like, wow, everything changed. It was just like being on a different planet. And my mom, all of a sudden, she started listening to all of these, like More, and Moonlight Feels Right, and just all of those 76 songs. She just loved them. And none of that had happened before that summer. It would just changed everything. I won't say, it wasn't for the better for me. Darren liked it. I didn't. But still some good
That's
memories.
why,
I
if you
guess.
remember that 70s show, first season of the 70s show was set in 76. Because that's when the 70s really got rolling.
I guess they didn't expect it to last more than a few years. But yeah, that makes sense. Do what?
Didn't expect the 70s to last more than a few years.
Well, I mean, if it would be like Mad Men starting it in 66, it's like, well, they must have only figured it would last a few years. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Steve, did you blow a green seal?
Yes.
What are you...
What?
Trying to get. There we go.
What's wrong?
I thought I would try something different. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Winky Yankees.
The
Donuts.
only problem there, gosh, Chuck, is those are all new stuffs. There's not much nostalgia there.
I don't know, but I did have a date earlier with the Hulk. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
gross.
Roof Ragnall?
I just saw that. I just saw that. Damn.
We had a good time.
I didn't realize this. I guess his butthole would be green, wouldn't it? I just never even thought about it.
It was in his contract. They said, "Well, we don't really have to paint your private." He's it's in my contract.
Yeah.
I would have just done it anyway, but that's me. No, I used to like the. It was a '70s, must have been around bicentennial thing, but I guess it was Hostess or one of those had Stars and Stripes. And you know the cupcakes with the doodly on the top? Those are so good. But they had those, but those were the stars. Then they were a white cake with white and blue icing with the stars. And then they had, I guess it was the same one, it was chocolate. And it had chocolate with the red and white stripes. Oh, it was so good. They were like the lemon zingers and the chocolate zingers. Those are so good.
The lemon fruit pies were the best out of all these things. And they're not even on here.
You can still get them at Walmart, but they're probably made out of poison. They're one of those things that are so good. Look, they're so good tasting that it's probably kill you. But boy, they were good. He's right about that.
Because I remember the ho-hos and the ding-dongs being wrapped in aluminum foil. And I used to have one in my lunchbox every day at school for lunch.
Yeah,
along with a
now
peanut butter
school.
sandwich.
These days, school will suspend you for having that, and and report you to the
For having
Department of
what?
Human Services for having ding dongs and stuff in your lunchbox.
Why?
That you've got to meet like nutritional standards now, or some crap. Trust me, that I've been there.
Boy, it sucks to be a kid now. Good.
Yeah,
gosh.
I mean, back then I had my peanut butter jelly sandwich and a ding-dong or a ho-ho.
And the thing is, we used to eat that junk food and we'd still stay slim. And, we were still healthy kids. Because the junk food wasn't poison like it is now. It was just junk food.
They didn't care back then. Now they seem to care about your health at school.
No, they don't. It's all about who's paying them under the table, what food organization.
Probably.
Yeah, you can cut your wiener off, but you better not have like a ho-ho or a ding-dong.
Yeah.
I used to think there was they're worried about other ding-dongs. They used to have a commercial, The Incredible Ed of the Egg or something.
The Incredible Edible Egg.
And it said, brought to you by the Egg Board. I'm like, the fuck is an egg? I picture this piece of like a 2x10, with these eggs on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, with the little depressions in it. Then you just
Depression's got to have depressions in it.
You ever see that in a refrigerator? Where you open the door and one of the shelves has a little depressions in it where you just line up all the eggs?
I do remember something about that, yeah.
One of those avocado refrigerators my mom bought like in the 70s had those. So.
And the ice maker.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi, Kendra.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Kendra.
What I loved about the ice makers, we used ice so seldom it would just sit there and just get smaller and smaller, and it would pick up, so you'd have like meat flavored ice because it would pick up all the smell and everything else.
I'm the opposite. I got a new fridge and it has 3 different ice makers, so it makes 3 different types of ice. The idea being,
Just
I don't
in
have
case
to
a
go buy
penguin
bags.
shows up.
No, I'll go through some ice in the summer.
Oh, there's the turd. The anthro turd thing.
I can hear you.
It's a rat.
I'm right here.
Oh.
Let's see. Here you go, Timmy. I'll change it. There we go.
Oh, we got more candies.
Clark.
Oh, Chuckles.
Chuckles.
We used to get the Chuckles like at the old hospital vending machine in Nevada. They'd have those. What Lightsabers, a way of dying. Remember that commercial? Clark Bar. Isn't that what was in the pool in a Caddyshack? The
Yeah,
pool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll allow the crackle.
I didn't like Nestle Crunch or Crackle because I think it went back down to the peanut thing.
Yeah, didn't Crackle have like rice in it?
It was probably rice. It was probably okay. I just.
It was like Rice Krispies.
I've never had a
wasn't it?
full-size Crackle bar, but when you get that bag of tiny candy bars, there's always the Crackle in there.
Yeah, true.
Twix
I always
is
liked
okay.
the Crackle, Three Musketeers. I'm trying to remember
There's one for
Halloween
there's
candies.
there's one for Steve the butternut.
Yeah. Steve's a butternut.
Yep.
Excuse me.
What the? Oh, it's a sandwich. Shit.
What?
I mean, what? If I'm talking about something, it's usually what's happening behind me. Never
Don't see
mind.
anything behind you.
Saw some boobs for a while.
Yeah.
Now there's a cow car.
Oh, yeah, it used to be a 55 Chevy.
Fonzie. Oh yeah, he.
Well, it's
How
an actual
How do you like
55,
my? How
not
do you
a
like my
50
50? Yeah, how do you like my '57 Chevy?
Now, this one right here, Milk Duds.
Good old Milk Duds.
Milk Duds was a crapshoot. If you got the fresher ones where they were actually kind of softer and chewy, you were good to go. But then if you got the box that was like a month old and they were all like hard as rocks and you tried to chew them, you know.
And they're also great if you have a loose filling that you want to get rid of.
Yeah, pull them right out.
I never liked him except I have a memory from when I was probably 3 years old that in my grandma's house when she lived in Monument at the ranch. She lived in like this 1800s house, and I remember sitting at the piano and eating Milk Duds and liking them. That's the only time I remember liking them.
I remember I went on whatever wilderness retreat it was in school, and
Hey,
we
Wendy.
went up to
Hi, Wendy.
Rocky Mountain National Park. Hi, Wendy. And there was this area where the wild birds would come down and land on your finger, and you give them a treat or something. And so while I was giving the birds a treat, I was eating a Jolly Rancher, and that removed a filling for me.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Nice. I remember you did that, but we did something similar at South, but it was snowshoeing. It was very much a survival
Challenge
course. No,
Challenge
that was different. Challenge Bound was in Aurora there, where you.
Well, there was two challenge bounds. There was the winter challenge bound and there was the summer challenge bound. Which the summer one you went to that obstacle course at like Sandy Creek Rec area or whatever it was.
I told you about that. How special that was to me.
Yes.
But the
'Cause nobody caught you.
no, it wasn't that. There was this tree that when we would go to the back way to my grandma's house at night, there was this white skeleton tree, and it was and it was I don't know how to describe it. It was like a big fat tree, and it didn't have stringy branches on it. It was just like the stalk of the fat tree, and it had some spikes that stuck out. It's very eerie looking at night, and I was just fascinated with it. And then when I went to Challenge Bound, that tree had fallen over, and that was one of our challenges: is we had to get on that tree and do the fall of faith backwards, and the people would have to catch you. And there was this little
That's
girl.
okay for you. That's okay for you because you're not that heavy. Imagine me doing that. Like 5 flat people behind me.
Well, there was this little girl, with dark hair, cute little girl, and she was up there. And when she fell back, I was the only one that caught her. It's not like anybody else ignored. It's hard. Someone's falling. It's kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did the thing like the Marines up, the boot camp up the solid wall and having to get people over the solid wall. And I remember she was crying and I was, pulling her over the wall. We should have hooked up. Because
Exactly. Yeah, that's.
I that wasn't me though, because I was such
Yeah,
a.
me either. Me either.
I know. I'd be like, "Hey, remember me? I'm the one that saved your life when you fell out." That she's like, "What tree? What candy?" Godshot remembers that story.
Yeah.
Boy, lots of stories. That was a candy one. When I lived at Heatherridge when I was 7, I met this girl and we went out on a kind of a date and went to a Stop and Shop, and I bought her some candy. I remember remember the rings with the big ruby on the ring that you could suck on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had these little toy kayaks or canoes or something, and we took them down this little stream, tiny little stream, and had fun. And then a couple days later, I was like, "Hey, you want to do that again?" She's like, "What? With the candy?" And it's like, "What candy?" And like she didn't know me. And then there's always been a part of me that's like, I wonder if it was just a girl that kind of looked like her that I came with. Because I don't think it's just something that you could forget. And it was not like it was a year later. It was just, yeah, I don't think so. Kids remember every damn thing. Except me. I guess I thought that was somebody else. But, oh well, what can you do?
I've done that, but
Yeah, the little girl. Yeah, the little
Yeah.
girl that.
But no, what was we just saying? Oh yeah, Challenge Bound. We did go to one in the mountains in the winter and had to go snowshoeing, and that was pretty wild. I remember taking the snowshoe off and basically just disappearing. It was the snow was just bottomless. It was fun.
I've only seen snow a couple times, and once was in Hawaii. I mean, up close. I mean, it's up in the mountains here. You look at oh, nice, how pretty. Good thing I don't have to deal with it.
I used to like that chow mein until they started putting the creepy little baby corns in there.
Oh, you don't want that. No, we had to go. They took it seriously. They didn't want us to floofy in a winter storm in the mountains, and so we had to watch a lot of movies and stuff about people floofing in winter storms in the mountains.
Oh,
And there was one of those slideshow ones. I think it was a slideshow. Boop. You go to the next. But it was about this guy and his dog that went out of their village into the mountains, and somehow they got in a winter storm. And I remember, the reason I can remember it is they were narrating from the guy's point of view, and he was like, "It certainly was cold," he thought. And I could never get past that bad grammar, because they said it 2 or 3 times, and it's like, no, it should be, "It certainly is cold," he thought.
Yeah.
And it always just rang weird with me. Anyway, the dog made it back, but he didn't. It's probably because of his
okay.
bad
And the
grammar.
dog's name was Wildfire.
Yeah.
No, that was a tomato.
Fine.
Runaway tomato.
Michael Martin Murphy.
What's up, Steve?
How you doing?
How?
I was just waiting for my turn.
Go.
It's always your
Just
turn.
jump in.
I have nothing to say now.
Talk about the candy. We've been talking
there
about
you go.
candy for.
What gotcha candy do you like?
I like Milk Duds.
Dark chocolate covered espresso beans.
I don't see my very favorite though. My Hershey's dark. What is that? Special dark.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Like
Good
yellow
stuff.
fancy beans.
And my other favorite, I love Rolos.
Rolo.
No,
Those are good.
we had that on the old one. The old Rolos are good though.
I told you I turned Rob into a Rolo.
Yeah, I remember that.
We
yeah.
Roloed away.
What is that? That looks very familiar under that Clark bar with the red stripe on the yellow. Very familiar.
Clark.
Under the Clark bar. It's under that.
That's
It's
mi-
under.
that's
It's
mi-
under the Tootsie Tart necklace. It's under that.
That's
Oh,
Mary
Clark.
Jane's.
Mary James.
Oh,
I had. Was that a
Marijuana candy?
necklace? That a candy
marijuana
necklace?
candy.
No, I've got the marijuana candy.
That's a candy necklace, isn't it?
Yeah, I love those.
Mary Jane's is similar to Bit O' Honey, if I remember correctly.
Isn't
Sounds
that what?
like it.
Isn't that what Keith Partridge used to wear all the time? That candy
Yeah,
necklace.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Nah, he looked like something like that, but I don't think it was a candy necklace.
What's that? You're covering it now, but when you moved, I could see something
Oh,
interesting.
crackle! I love crackle.
What's that?
Oh, you like crackle. Yeah.
What's that? Fruit, oops and fruity, or what is that?
Good and plenty, which was neither
Good and
good nor
Plenty.
plenty, or but that one's good and fruity, which is like what they have in San Francisco.
Well, they call them Mike and Ike's now.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
a
I've
different
never,
game.
I've
I
never
like Mike
tried.
and Ike's. They're good.
I've never tried Twix. I don't know if that's any good.
Now,
You're
wait,
supposed
the
to
good
break it and then give it to somebody else who you don't know.
Twix are for kids.
No, but the good and plenties were weird because they had like some little thing in the middle. It was like a pencil graphite in the middle or something.
And they were like a drug capsule, you know. It was like
Yeah, they were
They're
little
almost-
lozenges, but so were the
Yeah.
Mike and Ike's, but they were fruity. Red Hot.
but the good and plenties were another one
Now-
of those that was only available in the theater.
It gives me an
Now, let me
idea.
tell you-
to
Let me
do
tell you
with-
my horror story about Red Hots. I had I went to the same candy store Whitaker got, and I bought like a big, like 2 pounds of with cinnamon hots, you know, the little
Wow.
red hots.
That's a lot.
But then I went to Zizo's and bought that trick candy that looked just like it, but it was like cayenne pepper. And he mixed it in there with it, and people were like, "Oh, can I have some?" And they'd take it out, and it was a crapshoot. But boy, somebody got one. They were like, "Holy crap! What the fuck?"
What was it? Taste like?
It tasted like cayenne pepper. It burned the shit out
Oh
of
wow,
Yes.
funny. I bought one thing from Zizo's, and it was like a diner plastic mustard jar, and it had a little yellow yarn in it, and you'd squeeze it at someone, and it'd go, and it would actually look like you're spraying mustard on them.
Yeah, I
it was
remember
so
that.
funny, and I loved that thing. I was in traffic once when I was like 14, and I squeeze it at somebody's car next to me, and that woman, she's like, and she's like, I thought that was real. She just started laughing. It was really funny. And of course, when I got married, Randy borrowed it and lost the yarn. He fucked up my first guitar. He broke it. He ruined my novelty mustard.
When was the last time anybody had a damn Tootsie Roll?
Oh, we keep bags of those around a lot.
I like the fruity ones, even though I think Gottschalk said they're made by a different factory or something. But
Yeah.
I do love those, although the vanilla ones I don't like. I actually marinate them or soak them in the real lime just to give them some flavor.
Yeah, but
Oh,
people will take like oatmeal and Tootsie Rolls and various other ingredients and make a cake that looks like a kitty litter, a used kitty litter.
Oh,
tray.
gross. Yeah, don't
Oh,
do
I
I've
went
that.
to a
Yeah.
Halloween party once. They had the kitty litter cake. Oh my
That's
god!
disgusting.
I couldn't even. I didn't even try.
You don't wanna look
I know
at
it was
it.
like Tootsie Rolls and everything.
Darren, he's had enough experience with my grandma's cat where I can't imagine he'd find that shit.
Oh,
No, we used to make graveyard cakes, and the Nilla wafers would be like tombstones, and it was chocolate and brownies and pudding and all sorts of stuff in it. It
you
was
know what I would
delicious.
see people do. I'm sorry, Darren.
Be back in a second, guys.
What I would, there's somebody I saw this on. I don't know. YouTube's full of shit half the time anyway. But they would take an Oreo cookie, they'd crumble it up, and they would do something. They can mix it up, and they make a cake out of it.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, yeah, people make ice cream.
Yeah, or ice cream. Yeah, you can buy ice cream with like busted up cookies in it. And so it's kind of like
I didn't know you could make a cake out of it though. I gotta see.
Now,
It
when
looks
I was
good.
when I was 9, Darren, we used to make this stuff.
Demi was 9.
Yeah, 9. Darren used to bake this thing, and I thought it would. I didn't even want it. I never tried it. He called it Darren's Delicious. This lemon stuff they used to bake in the oven. It was just all like sugar and slime, and you remember that?
sugar.
I
And
remember
slime and everything.
we tried inventing candies, and it never really worked out.
Sugar and slime.
It was really
Yeah, what's
weird.
in 9?
This stuff. It just. You know, I was not health conscious at all when I was 9. I loved any kind of candy, but even that, just like that looks like a heart
Remember what
attack.
the little girls are made out of? Sugar and slime. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Sugar. I told my daughter that when she was little. I said, "Did you know little girls are made of sugar and spice and everything nice?" She said,
Oh,
"Yeah, and bones."
Yeah.
I forget Horse Bones.
Damn it, Jim. Oh, not that bone.
Did you know that
Oh,
the Benny Mardones song "Into the Night"? She's just 60 years old. Came out in 1980, and it was actually a kid that he knew who was actually 16 years old and literally had a rough life or something. But somebody 16 years old in 1980, when the song was released, would have been born in 1964.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just 62 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was like some girl that lived across the hall. But the thing is, I understand his motivation, I guess, if that's true, but change it to 19.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Now, well, when they're singing the songs back then, maybe the guy was close to that age, too.
No, he was in his 30s when he made the dang song. And he had a video on MTV or whatever, pre-MTV. But it had this girl in there that must have looked, I guess she was 16 in the video. And she just looked like she was uncomfortable and didn't want him touching her. It was very awkward, the whole video. And he looked like he was 30 or 40.
Well, we know that stuff goes on in Hollywood, so.
Do you remember that one? It makes its round like in bad album cover connections that, that girl, whatever, her 16th birthday. And it has that very scraggly looking guy with this beer mug at a table in some like bar, and the girl's like looking all
John and Yoko?
no, it was oh, you know what is, I think it's just as gross as their naked album cover is Double Fantasy, where they got clothes on but they're kissing for the album cover. I think that's disgusting too. It's just like they should have put a paper brown bag over that one too when they released
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Outrageous.
And you know what? Bob Seger, remember his song "Rock and Roll Never Forgets"?
Yeah.
And there's a line in there. It's Sweet 16's turned 31. Seeger himself had turned 31 the year that song came out. Steve's receiving a urgent bulletin. I've just been handed a note.
5-year-old I'm trying to ignore. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Ignore your 5-year-old. But so he was 31 when that song came out. The Sweet 16 turned 31, and
oh yeah.
grabbed the local papers. And what local paper are you talking about? But so he just turned what, friggin' 86 or something. Well, he was born in 45, so he'd be 81 now. So Sweet 16 is now 81.
Now there's that one song. Was it Dr. Hook? She was 16 and I was too young.
Only 16. But he explains in the song that he was only 17 or something like that.
Oh, so okay, Winston.
And then he was crying a lot, which made it all better because
Yeah,
you can't have a Dr. Hook song without crying. Even the cover of the Rolling Stone, they're crying.
The cover of the
Rolling Stone. Okay, I found the album cover.
Please, Mrs. Adrian, don't let me go. Oh, that's a different song.
It's like Weeping. I used to remember Weeping Willie from Hee Haw. That's a okay.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
This is the album cover.
I can't
Julie's
see it.
16th birthday. The guy looks like he's about my age.
Who is that?
It's an album cover from the like 70s or 80s. You can't see it, darn?
No, you just disappear when you do that.
Yeah, because he's not.
I guess
He's not using the Zoom app. He's using the browser version of Zoom.
That's why I put my picture in the background instead of.
Well, I don't know how else to do it.
You put your background.
I can't because I'm using the face rig. It won't let me switch cameras without locking the program up.
Well,
what's the album called?
It's called Julie's 16th Birthday. You can Google it. It'll be the first thing that pops up.
Now I do see that he does look a lot older than she is, from what I can see.
Okay,
you
so
you can also go to the live feed and look on there too.
He doesn't go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's afraid of it. He's afraid of it. He's chicken.
So
that
album is always surfaced for like the last decade or two with like worst album cover things.
Who's the artist there, John?
Looks like John Bolt.
John Bolt.
Something like that. John Bolt, B-U-L-T. So
I celebrate his whole catalog.
yeah. So anyway, I finally found an article where they interviewed him about that. So the song is about a girl who turned 16 and her dad's giving her a talk, about, because she was going to go to the prom or something, and he was basically giving her a talk about, I don't know if it was drinking and driving or be careful with. So that's her dad. In the song, but the thing is in the song, she ends up going home and he's like drinking and driving and kills her. So that's the happy song. So the thing is he hated the song. He said his manager wrote it, a guy named Putt or something. But his manager wrote the song and made him sing it. And he said they were about to release the album and they were at this diner or whatever. And he said his manager went and got this girl that was with a family at another table and talked her into doing that picture with them. So that's why she's just like looks uncomfortable. And he said he was embarrassed about the whole thing. He said the album tanked. And he blamed it all on his manager. He said it was all just kind of a miss. So it's kind of, there's always a couple sides to the story,
Yeah, I just played a clip of it.
Well, yeah, the manager said that he didn't make him do a goddamn.
I
So
just
how's the
listened to a
song?
clip
I never
of it
heard
on. Anybody hear me on this thing?
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear you. Go ahead,
I was
Steve.
asking how does it sound?
Oh, it sounds all country, way over country done.
Yeah, and
I can't
I'd
play a
be
clip
interesting
of
to
it.
hear the rest of the songs, because from what he said, it was like something his manager wrote and it sucked.
Yeah, I can't play it or I'll get his copyright.
Yeah, probably not
That
play it.
sucks.
Anyway, that was my rock and roll story. Even the day. I think that's the only one I had. What happened to? I was looking at, because I go to Song Facts, and I have fun going to the years. You can click on like 1980 or whatever, just whatever year it was. And it'll have an alphabetical order. All the hit songs are all, and then you could click on them and find out all sorts of trivia about the songs. And I was looking at the list, and I said, it said "Sit on My Face," and it said Dolly Parton. I said, I didn't realize she originally did that song, "Sit on My Face," and then it's like I misread it was Monty Python, but it seemed more interesting Dolly Parton's being a Dolly Parton song.
We're going to Dollywood.
Yeah. Steve's not listening.
No, I'm trying to do that album. It's crap.
Clap. It's clap.
You missed my whole story.
Oh, start over.
I go to songfacts.com because
I heard that part.
You can browse by years and find out all the hit songs. I saw one, it said "Sit on My Face" by Dolly Parton. And I was like, I didn't realize she did that song first, but then I looked and it said Monty Python. I just need glasses. But I thought it would have been more interesting as a Dolly Parton song.
I can picture Queen of Country sitting there. Oh, or was that Loretta Lynn's Queen of Country? I don't know.
Sit on my face and tell me that you love me.
Yeah, it does sound
Although
like kind of a Dolly
although
Parton
if
song.
you slow her voice down where it sounds like a man, it's not as good.
Yeah.
I have Jolene slowed down.
Yeah, I used to listen to that. That was a good one.
I wish I could play that, but here it is. Jolene slowed down, but if I play it, I'd probably get in trouble for it.
Well, I don't know if Al Gore's rhythm would figure it out. I don't know why they
Wonder
keep
what?
talking about Al Gore rhythm. He had no rhythm.
Yeah, he had no rhythm. That's it. Let me.
Your beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair.
That's all I better play.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
I hadn't heard that song, and then Kiana was downstairs playing it, and I could barely hear it. I could just kind of vaguely hear it. I'm like, that sounds interesting. Sounds like it's got some interesting musical elements to
You're
it.
talking about the
original.
correct speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
Is it
remember it
song?
from you don't remember it from the 70s?
Nope.
I remember Mom would have it on her car radio.
Please don't take my band.
It's a good song. She had a couple songs. I also really like another song she did around that time. Here he comes again. Here it comes again. I don't know. It's
Here he
we
comes
go.
again.
Here he comes
This time it'll
again.
be on my chest. Huh?
Good
What?
song. Really good song.
I have a question.
Just a second,
Yes.
Steve. Back in 1980, that era, there were good country crossovers. Really good ones. Anyway, go ahead, Steve.
No, it's my morning show when we do YouTube's Got Talent. How come when being judges, how come people let shit go through?
No, it wasn't
it's
that bad
funnier that
today.
way.
It was. I'd heard so much worse. I really only gong if it's just the guy sounds like he's like on fire or something.
The guy was singing "If You're Gone" by Matchbox 20, and I was waiting. Please let me hit this fucking gong button, please. No, nobody did.
Well, I look at it as these people don't realize they're in a contest. So it's a little unfair for them, and
Wow.
that's kind of one of the reasons I kind of give them some points just for that.
Well,
They couldn't stand the original song.
I mentioned on the show yesterday, I think, that I used to make a note to tell them I was going to put them on. Then I thought, well, what if they come and they get gonged, you know? They won't
Yeah,
go like
that's
this.
not. I didn't like it in the old days when you did contests for indie artists. Like
No, I did that once, and then I realized, okay, everybody didn't like it.
I
That was
didn't
called
like it because-
Battle of the Indie Bands.
Yeah, because you put one of and I'm not bitching at you. This is 13 years ago, but you'd put one of ITP's songs, which were professionally produced, against Every Day, which was that one that Q Star Sam hated.
But
That's-
your music sounds just as good as professional studio does.
Well, it does now, but Every Day, that was the one song that your Sam broadcaster hated.
Well,
And it went against ITP. But the thing is, I mean, I don't think music is a contest anyway. It's an art. But
go ahead.
what got me angry is Deb Milstein wasn't a Timmy Ross fan yet. She barely knew me, but she knew Mark Magula personally. So she was like, she was like, well, I'm not. She wasn't even going to listen to this. She was going to leave early and but put my vote in for Ivory Tower Project, and I'm just like bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think to your credit, Steve, you didn't give her.
No, I didn't take her
because of
vote
it.
then.
Yeah, it didn't last long. For us indie artists, we're pretty fragile anyway.
Yeah.
We don't need that kick in the nuts.
I just thought it was a good because I'd heard a radio station when I was a kid do Battle of the Bands. It was like regular professionals, songs, and this DJ would compete songs against each other. It was Battle of the Band, and I thought it was a good concept. But when they're professional artists, you don't give a shit. So
Yeah, because they're only making $1 million.
yeah,
Of course, when it comes down to it, I hear a lot of bands. I mean, a lot of them. Probably most bands that you hear on the top 40, top 10 throughout history were always broke. That their record companies, it wasn't just Badfinger. It was a lot of them. They didn't get anything. And some of them did have a lavish lifestyle, but they had to pay all of that back. All that champagne, that wasn't just given to them. That they were borrowing money off they were taking a piece of it. Yeah.
That Wise Guys show, the Ken Wall show was on. They had one story arc, 4 or 5 episodes about the record business, and it was just like that. This young guy, he's got a hit record out, and he buys his mom a house, and they're all getting ready to move his mom into the house, and the somebody from the real estate or whatever comes, so the check bounced.
oh jeez.
Damn.
So just because you got a hit record, I guess don't mean you're going to be filthy rich all of a
Well,
sudden.
they stole all his money, the label or the manager or whatever the fuck.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the Sweet and Bay City Rollers, those guys never made a dime. They didn't make a
Really?
dime until probably in the 90s or later when they sued and finally got starting to get royalties. That happens so often. And their managers and stuff. Your money's being invested in these oil wells in Kuwait or something, and it's just they're just keeping all their money and not giving them anything.
Well, the
And it was-
managers and the labels and the executives, I think in their minds, they think they made that person a star. I'll make you a star. I know how to create. I know how to manufacture a hit band.
Yeah, and Kendra said that's called mudslide, but Mommy's making all the time for the Halloween things. That freaking that was freaking yummy. That chocolate thing Darren was talking about, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Kendra, I saw that before and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I don't
No, I heard
understand how artists don't
a
make money.
story of a restaurant that they would serve like chocolate ice cream and chocolate pudding, and they had these miniature toilets made up, like made up out of China or whatever the heck, and they would put the chocolate ice cream in the toilet and hand them out to the
Gross.
patrons.
That's gross.
That's disgusting.
Well, no, it depends. If they put corn in it and stuff, that makes it even worse.
I can wait.
Speaking of that, Big John and Gary from Treble Clef and Little John, the new Little John, not the old one, they're coming to visit me Saturday.
Oh, nice.
You got a new one?
Virtual Light likes that.
Yeah, our old Little John, the original, he was a Mexican guy.
Was that a TV too?
Big John, Little John.
Good luck, Little John.
Well, we had Big John, we had a Little John in the band, and we had Big Tim and Little Timmy. I was Little Timmy.
Well, I have Big Steve and Little Steve, but we won't talk about that.
There was a movie called Big.
Big Tit.
Who the hell was it with Big Voss and Little Halsey? It was about motorcycle racing in the 1930s, and it was Michael J. Pollard was in it, and everything was just weird and grimy, and you could almost smell the movie through the screen. And I saw about 5 or 10 minutes of it and gave up on it.
You know what I find interesting? I'm doing these TV themes every day, and I am uncovering things I've never heard of or forgotten about. That's kind of cool. Gives me ideas to
Never
watch.
should have been. Have you done the Brady Bunch later years when they're backing cars out into the racetrack?
I don't know if I've done that yet. Was that a series, the Brady Brides?
No, it was after the Brady Brides. It was just called the Brady's.
Brady. Oh, that's when they were trying to turn into like Dallas or something, or a drama or a nighttime.
Yeah, the Brady Brides was still a comedy.
Yeah.
And there was and I only remembered one scene. Marcia or Jan, one of them. I remember Jan had way too much makeup on or something. She looked like a clown. But I think it was Marcia. One of them had gotten married or was with a guy, and they were all living together.
Yeah.
Like roommate. And the guy comes out butt naked in the middle of the night. And she's giggling. She's like, "You're naked. There's someone might see you." And that was the only thing I remembered from that when I was like 10 years old watching it. So that was Paul Van Scott. Yeah, so I told you Paul Van Scott, the guy recommended you watch on YouTube. He's talking about that failed show, and guess what scene he shows?
That one.
And it's like, I guess that's the only scene I'll ever know about that show.
I saw some of the Brady Brides, and I just wasn't impressed.
He did show some weird cartoons that spun off of real-time sitcoms, and I didn't realize there was a Laverne and Shirley cartoon where they were in boot camp. And you know who their drill instructor was? It was a cartoon pig. Well, I guess they were all cartoon. But the pig wasn't wearing pants, and he was barking orders to them, and he was like, naked from the belly down.
Laverne and Shirley was cartoon, and they had, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, they did that to the Partridge Family, which was bad enough.
Yeah, 2000
Partridge
AD
Family
or something.
in the future or some shit.
Yeah, 2000 AD or something. And they had the Happy Days with the time machine.
Yeah, none of the original characters or actors were in Partridge Family AD.
Oh, really?
I don't think any.
Did you say one or two?
Because I think the Brady kids were. To what?
Yeah.
I had to look again. I think one of them. Was it Danny?
Because I remember they did an Addams Family cartoon, and for some reason, instead of the house, they had this camper that looked just like an old Victorian house, because they had to like go from such different situations because the writers weren't any good.
Well, Steve, Danny might have, but I know that Keith and Susan Day, they were too cool.
Okay,
and,
Danny Bonaducci was okay. Go ahead.
And the little kids didn't say a damn word anyway, so it didn't matter about voice acting for them. I'll be right back.
Oh wow! Look at this. What happened?
I don't want that as my profile picture.
Okay, Susan Day did voices for 2 episodes, Brian Forster, who played Chris, did it. Susan Crowe did it. And Danny Bonaducci, who did voices. But
Because the
everything
best
else-
one was the Star Trek cartoon. That actually, they
Oh, yeah,
actually
that-
put some thought into that.
You know,
and they,
yeah,
I think,
no, I'm actually starting to watch that. I've never watched it
because they
before.
had almost everybody doing the voices, and they had Jimmy Doohan doing all the other voices.
Oh,
He could
yeah,
do-
yeah.
Yeah, he could do all kinds of voices.
Did you know that Leonard Nimoy went to bat for Walter Koenig and Nichelle Nichols or was it? It was he wasn't going to do it if he didn't get all the cast because they weren't going to have the other cast for save money and have somebody else do it voices.
Ah,
So Nichelle Nichols and Walter Koenig were brought in because of Leonard Nimoy.
yeah.
So that was a good guy. That was interesting. That's a big gator behind you there, darn. Whew.
Yep.
It was in my neighborhood this morning.
Was it
Oh,
really?
nice.
Oh my God! Wow.
But I don't think it's that big because look at it and then look at the grass. And
It just
it's
depends on how big
barely
that
taller.
grass is.
It's
Yeah,
barely taller than the grass.
that's true too.
If it's
Was-
real.
what-
You
was it
never
in
know
your-
nowadays.
Was it in
It was
your
on,
yard?
it was on the, what kind of snake is this? Social media thing?
What snake is
Next
it?
door.
Store.
Next door, yeah.
Oh, it was next door. Okay.
So that's
And,
like,
and in my neighborhood, people post pictures of monkeys on their roof.
Oh wow.
what kind of
Ah,
monkey
here,
is
here
this?
it's coyotes.
Davy or Mickey?
The Reese macaws monkeys that escaped from Silver Springs Park back in the 1930s. There was like 30 of them, and now they estimate there's about 1,000 of them all over Central Florida.
They throw shit at you.
Yeah.
They pretty much leave you alone for the most part.
I hear that's the same thing with parrots too. Lots
Mhm.
of wild parrot colonies.
Yeah, we have
Would
those
you-
out here.
Yeah.
What'd you think of when I did Western Week on TV themes? That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I thought about doing something like game shows.
Da-da,
For a
da-da,
week,
da-da, 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 da-da.
All the game shows over the course of the 60s and the 70s.
Yeah. Well,
What was that?
in a week
And
I
all
would
that
be able to
Kurt
do all
Alfred
of them.
stuff. Which one was
Oh, that's
Do You
it.
Want a Taxi? Doom, dee, doom, ding, doom, ding, doom.
Oh, dating game?
Might have been. They all kind of ran together for me.
I remember Tic Tac Doe.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Newlywed Game was
Joker's
my
Wild. What was the one with the little cartoon things that would come out?
Oh, Press Your Luck.
Yeah,
The
The
Press Your
whammy.
Luck.
The whammy.
Mr. Duck.
Press Your Duck.
Is that the one that had the $25,000 price? That was a lot of money when it came out.
That was a
Shit, yeah.
$25,000 pyramid.
Yeah.
No,
That's the show, the Press Your Luck, where a guy figured out the system and he took like the biggest cash take home ever because he figured out they were all going to keep the money from him. They figured, no, there's no rule says he can't figure out the system.
Yeah.
I used to think that $20,000 pyramid looked weird, like very menacing looking.
I
Yeah,
like
they
the
all kinda
game.
were.
I didn't like it when Donny Osmond took over hosting, but
Oh, disgusting.
yeah, Dick Clark
I
was
remember-
Hey, Timmy. Good.
Yes, sir.
The collage behind me now is in your honor, so.
that for
It's all the bands he hates.
It's all bands from the 1960s.
You know, I was thinking
Yeah,
of
all
doing
the
that
bands
while
that
you were
Timmy
talking about.
hates.
You're talking about montages for and I was thinking, oh, I could get some bands together.
There are two albums I like there. Let me
I just
see.
can't see them; they're not that good to me.
Um,
But
Near
I mean,
the bottom.
you can recognize them even if you can't like read the writing. I mean, Hard Day's
It's
Night
some-
you can't miss.
3 away from the right, and about
Beggar's
2 up.
Banquet.
No, about the guy with the top hat. White background, a lot of different color.
Hmm.
Uh,
Surrealistic Pillows.
no, it's 3 from the right, and 2 up from the bottom, and that's I think Time Changes or what? It's from Love.
Ah,
It's
okay.
one of the best albums ever made. Forever Changes, I think, is what it's called. It's amazing, amazing album.
Is
I
one
played
of
a
the-
couple in the Fun Hour. Before you hold that thought, Steve. Well, go ahead, Steve.
Oh, go ahead, finish.
I was just saying that it was a couple black guys and a couple white surfer looking dudes that had that band together, and they were badass, like they were bad boys, like more so than like the Rolling Stones or any of those guys. I mean, they were really kind of their own worst enemy. But what a beautiful album!
Yeah.
Just
I think I could
gorgeous.
see the Beatles album. Is that one that looks like a Brady Bunch picture there?
There's a few of them.
Well, the one in the bottom
Anyway,
corner, that's with the Beatles or Meet the Beatles.
Okay,
They
I see
use the
that.
same picture. And then
there's
in the
one
middle,
in the
there's Hard
middle,
Day's
though.
Night, when there's like a whole bunch of faces. And then next to that,
Oh, that one,
is
okay.
that Beggar's Banquet there with the record and the cake?
Where
I
at?
don't see a cake.
Stones album, right next to Hard Day's Night.
Oh, that one.
I see Pet Sounds.
Where's Pet Sound?
Oh, I see the cake. It's got a record
Yeah.
above it. Okay, from the right, third column, go up about 4 pictures. It's 2 above my Forever Changes Love one. It's got a record and a cake above it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, do I see Gary right there?
Where?
Dreamweaver kind of in the middle.
No, because he would have been 70s. He was.
Oh, this is
he was in-
90s. Oh,
He
no,
was in
this is
Spooky
60s.
Tooth in the
He's
60s.
got Beatles in it.
60s.
The 60s, okay.
I do see second from the right, 3 up is Magical Mystery Tour, which is my favorite Beatles album.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go
Those
up
Doors.
far right, go up 4, there's Tommy. And if you go just to the left of Tommy, that's the Kinks, something
You guys-
Appreciation Society or something. That was
You guys' eyes are better than mine.
Well, I got a 47-inch TV.
Oh, well, that helps too. Yeah.
the banana on the far left is Velvet Underground,
Ah, okay.
and I think the Beach Boys. are next
AKA
to it.
the Brutalists or what are the?
Yeah.
Oh, what do we?
What were they called?
Banana splits.
No, my movie.
Yeah.
Apologize. Remember they? Oh, the Music Elitists.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And the gutter guy was
Yeah.
Steve Katz. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
up in the gutter. Who was a Lou Reed kind of a parody.
Right.
I see Donovan. Yeah, some of them I like.
Yeah, there's Dylan over there in his scarf. And
What's
then,
what, there's one that looks like a guy choking on his vomit, kind of in the middle. You see that?
Oh,
It's right
that
next,
was
right next to Pet Sounds. Do it.
John Stumpy
no.
Gibbs.
Yeah, John Stump. No, it was Peter James Bond's the one that choked on his vomit, I think.
yeah.
Oh,
Is that the one next to? Is that the one between Steppenwolf and Donovan, or the
No.
one above Steppenwolf?
Right above Steppenwolf. It looks like he's choking on someone else's vomit. Like
Yeah.
It's like a
Final
cartoon
Cut.
face. Is it the one with like all teeth and nose?
No, it's this one here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
just. I don't know. That could be Joe Cocker. He's always making weird ass faces.
Who's the
That's
girl?
Dylan.
Oh, that girl's
next to Bill.
blind Faith. That Steve
Oh,
Winwood
okay.
and Eric Clapton and Ginger Baker's band.
Oh, there's Rubber Soul up there. That's one of the better Beatles albums.
So Rubber Soul, that weird distorted picture of them, is to the
Yeah.
right,
Other way.
other direction.
Your other right.
direction.
Yeah, but this one right here, Pink Floyd. You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that would be Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
Yeah.
No, the Rubber Soul, which is right above your head, got shut. It's kind of this distorted cover of the band. Well, they went to a lake to do a photo shoot, and when they were in the cabin, that they were looking at the slides from the photo session, and one of the slides slid off the light table, whatever, and it was just in a position where they were all distorted like that. They were like, "That's it, just like that." So that's how they captured it. It was one of those happy accidents.
Yeah.
That was the first Beatles album where they, I guess you'd call it progressive, or that's when they broke free of their kid music and started making more interesting songs.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about all the 16-year-old shit. Yeah, back in the 50s, they figured rock and roll was just for kids. It's just strictly kid stuff. So everything was about high school and being 16 and wearing your boyfriend's ring and all that crap.
The mood
I
ring.
know what you're next to Donovan, the cartoon Scream. That's King Crimson's first album.
That's right. That's right.
In the courtyard of King Crimson or something like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty acclaimed, but they're a hard band to get into. They're very progressive, and I think not. They call it not very accessible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they did. I mean, they did spawn Greg Lake and Paul Wetton, who ended up being the lead singer of Asia. So you know they had that. John Wetton. I see Zeppelin's debut album there, or is that Penis? One of the two.
Isn't that album called "I'm Happy to See You"?
And I see the Doors' first album.
Yeah. Just with Jimbo's face there.
Before that, they were called Door.
And they were on Ed Sullivan's show, and whoever did the set design for Ed Sullivan figured, oh, they're called the Doors, so let's just put doors all over the place, and we can have them sing in front of all those doors. Dumbest looking thing.
It's dumb, but it's iconic, isn't it?
It kind of is, but it's just like, come on, dude.
That's kind of like me, except for the iconic part.
Yeah.
Normally, Ed Sullivan's show was so state of the art with their stage. Their stages were magnificent for those rock bands. They were just crazy, and they had these graphics that were just 10 or 20 years ahead of their time. That the stuff that they did, it was really amazing.
Oh, that's better.
There you go. Oh,
There's a Duran Duran.
Duran Duran.
Another Duran Duran.
They're all Duran Duran.
They're all Duran?
Yeah. I have that one that's right behind you, the red background one.
Loved it when Grandma Tarkin blew them up.
Yeah.
That was the original Duran Duran album before they put "Is There Something I Should Know" on it and re-released it.
Isn't the white one the original one right here?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's got Planet Earth on there, and
they were good.
Oh yeah.
I used to hate them.
This is probably my favorite one.
Oh,
right
I keep
here.
forgetting to mention that. Oh, Steve. Now he's got heart up there. That's good.
Yeah.
And hog fat.
Yeah, that was.
I love hog fat.
That Seven and the Ragged Tiger has the best song ever on it. Seventh Stranger.
Boy, you wore that out, and the one next to it with the black and white, isn't that the Nut Nut album?
That's Notorious.
Yeah, but they have Winter Marches On, which is a good song on that album.
Yeah. Yes.
Now see my favorite. Now see my favorite song on Seven and the Ragged Tiger's "New Moon on Monday."
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I really like Guitar Meets Science, the YouTube channel. The guy's entertaining and a lot of good stories, mostly 80s bands, but he does exaggerate. He claims that Duran Duran, their end was because in Live Aid, Simon Le Bon did the Peter Brady note.
No.
And it's like, yeah, that would have been embarrassing, but they were broke up before they even got on that show. Basically, they kind of just got together to do that one performance together. You know,
you got some good music on there, Steve.
Yeah, I was trying to see who it is. My eyes.
What darn?
Their end was because Andy left and they took a few years off without doing a whole lot and lost all their momentum.
Yeah.
Big Thing has a really good song on it. It's all-time classic. I think it's "Do You Believe in Shame" is what they call it. That was in the Tequila Sunrise movie.
We saw that at one of those Rock 105 premieres. I remember not being too impressed with the movie. It was boring.
Right.
And Steve, I had an idea, and I keep forgetting to tell you, but the idea for your smoke break song. I've seen it on YouTube. They take the Duran Duran "From a View to a Kill" theme, and I think Timmy may have originally turned me on to this, but they took the song and then they would splice in incidental music from the movie because it was all kind of based on that song.
I don't recall
Wasn't
I don't recall an edit, but it was one of the things that influenced my own scoring of my films was in James Bond how they made a very soft symphonic version of Vito a Kill for certain mood scenes and how pretty it was. So I wanted to do that as well with some of the Apology None songs, which I think worked. That's what it was. It was Forever for No Reason. I took an instrumental symphonic version that Owen kind of produced, and we had it at the end when Tracy became human again and was, at the Puff and Stuff Castle and was apologizing to everybody. We had that.
Apologize.
No, this was a apology. I don't know if Darren knew the story. I know I've said it a million times. I was in Vegas in a hotel, and Debbie Sanchez, who's the one who does the Apologize, she was in the motel room with us, and I recorded her doing that line there. So she's like, apologize. I'm like, louder, apologize. And I was just like, I know these people next door. They're just like, apologize. Steve, behind Steve in the very top corner is AC/DC's debut album. And it's so funny because all of them are looking all tough and mean, except Bon Scott, just big old grin on his face. It's just so funny. It always was a funny cover. He just like he didn't get the memo or something.
Yeah.
Had some beers before he.
Yeah.
And he just looked like he was enjoying it. Those AC/DC, I'm sure we all know, but they're just little bitty guys, little wimpy guys.
But they hired big guys to beat us up, so.
Yeah. They really didn't have much of a diversity of their sounds. It was just basically, which is fine. I'm glad they stuck to their guns, just did what they were good at,
Yeah.
I
Well, it wasn't as bad
listening
as the Seeds, man, because the Seeds, they had a hit with Pushing Too Hard, and of course, so the label says, now you got to make every song sound exactly like Pushing Too Hard. Oh, okay.
They did. I remember hearing them on Pandora, and they would play like another song from their same album, and it had that same guitar in it. It was a different song. And you know who was even worse? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say the You Spin Me Right Round.
Yeah.
It was that. They had a commercial.
Dead or Alive?
Maybe. That sounds right. But they had a commercial for their album, and it was like, you spin me right round, baby, right round. And then they played another song, you bring me right down, baby, right down.
Yeah, it was like he was singing it louder, but it was the same song.
Basically. It was like they changed they changed like a third of the words and called it a new song.
Yeah, it was basically this. I remember laughing at that. And there was also Status Quo. Their first hit was Pictures of Matchstick Men, but Pandora would play songs, all of the songs off that album, and they were all the same song. So it's like instead of, I like Loretta, she loves me. It's just like all of them are the same song. Same with Zager and Evans. That's a great song, 2525, in the year 2520. But they had another song. Her name was Loretta James. I put a frog down her blouse when I was 10. It was the same. It was the same song with different lyrics.
Yeah.
Where are you, Steve?
I don't know. Either something exploded or.
What's that thing on the green? It looks like a mix between C-3PO and Alec Guinness.
That I remember that album, but
on the bottom.
Yeah,
bottom
I know.
left.
It's kind of sage green, almost at the very bottom corner. And damn it, I know that, but I just can't bring it to mind.
Steve, who is it?
I don't think Steve's there, unless he's wearing his 70s album collage camouflage.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, we're talking to you.
It's illegal to wear camouflage in a bunch of Caribbean islands.
It ought to be.
How come?
Because that's their military uniform.
Yeah, they don't want you
wow.
like
The
It's weird.
So-
Darren's got a rear view of me.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, and I don't like the sound of it.
Behind you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't
Okay,
make
so-
you turn around, so don't start with that shit.
Ah. Okay, so I have an idea
Uh-oh.
for if we made like a Star Wars reboot. You listening, Gus Chuck?
Yeah, I went to the theater last Monday and watched it on the big screen.
Yeah.
Watch what?
Star Wars, the original one.
Oh, it's out. So was it?
No. They
Was it-
just played it. It was just one showing for May the 4th celebration.
Was
Oh,
it
it
the
wasn't the-
unmolested or?
Yeah.
That was the molested one from '97.
Ah, shit.
Oh, gross. So
But it was
how
still
about
cool.
how about we do a new one, okay? But now both Yoda and Ben are in Luke's mind, and they're giving contradicting advice. And Yoda's like, "Remember my training, remember you're near from your far." And he's like, "Don't listen to that little muppet, this oink oink little pig." He's like, "You're a pig dog," and he's like, "Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will only make me more stronger than you could ever imagine." And they're like fighting in Luke's mind, and Luke's like, "Stop!" and then he's like, "You need to go on Twitter and talk bad about Trump."
Yeah. And then see, we need to mix movies and having Yoda go, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off.
Or have Yoda look up at Luke and say, "Punch me as hard as you can, will you?"
Yeah.
Or Yoda sings.
And you find
Or-
out that
or-
Yoda was just in his mind the whole time.
Funny.
Or Yoda
I was
sings
a-
the Kinks.
That Karate Kid, when he was washing those cars, and spoiler, when Ben Kenobi, the Chinese Ben Kenobi, says he can have one of the cars, he picked the gayest car of all of them. It's like,
course.
come on. I would have taken that black Chrysler or whatever. That was really
Yeah.
cool looking,
He probably picked the easiest one to wax.
Probably.
Probably, I guess.
I think that album. I think it says "We Will Rock You." So it might be Queen.
That's
Oh,
Queen.
Queen.
It is
Is
Queen. I just found it. It's Queen.
Yeah, it looks like a mix between C-3PO and Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
I was looking it up for you, Tony. Yeah, it is Queen.
You know what's funny about that little movie behind me? That's 1940. And it was one of the first, because the Bugs, I think they went into production around 38 or 39. But right around that same time, 39, 40, they had, a little bit of a misunderstanding going on. But it didn't seem to affect this little picture at all.
They had to fill up like sticker stamp books to get their car or to get in line
it
for
was,
their car, right?
Yeah, you could do
Right.
that. You could instead of buying the car and then making payments, you made the payments first.
It sounds
And
like
then
a
you
smart
sold up
thing
the-
to do.
And just hope your country doesn't get conquered in a war. Make all that money useless
Yeah, that
for
would
all
kinda
your
suck.
stickers.
They actually did honor those books after the war.
Oh, they
a
did?
while. Yeah. 'Cause not many people really had them. But there they are with their own bug.
And
So
nobody
I
wanted
figure this must have been
Volkswagen.
like right after the fall of France when they thought the war was over. Burgerkeller.
That's what we've
German
only just
for burger
begun was
killer.
about. What?
We've only just begun the war.
The war.
It was before they were introduced to B-17s.
So, I told you, I go ahead.
What happened to the B? Oh, no. What happened to the F-17? Is there a plane?
Well, there was the F-117, which is the Stell.
Because I was thinking, we got F-14s, 15s, 16s, 17s, 8s. Wait a second, I don't remember 17.
The F-16 and F-17 were in competition with each other, and they
the
picked the
F-16
F-16, And so Northrop, in conjunction with McDonnell Douglas, they took the YF-17 and developed the F-18 from that.
Oh, cool.
It's kind of like whatever happened with the 717. They had all the other 77 Boeings.
The 717 was a version of the 707 that was, I don't know if it was shorter, but it was a shorter range version that some airlines, and they didn't, some airlines just call it a 707, but other airlines, because they didn't, for some reason, politically, they wanted to have a different number, so they called it the 717. But that's, and then later on, after Boeing bought out Douglas, they had a version of the DC-9, which they called the Boeing 717, but that they made that for like 6 weeks and then forgot how or whatever the fuck.
Well, oh my goodness, 65 cents for a Big Mac.
Oh hell yeah! No, but you got to figure, the minimum wage is like 75 cents. So it's just that the money was so much more valuable back then.
Yeah.
Right.
My dad, when his last pay raise statement, I saw it in his desk from right before he retired. He was making, I think, $14,000 a year. We had a house, a vacation home, 3 cars, family of 4. My mom never worked after she married my dad.
Yeah, but he didn't have cell
$14K a year.
phone
Yeah, no, he didn't have cell
bills
phones.
and internet service bills and
Circus
You know what? I
crazy
think I'd be okay
insurance.
if we didn't have those.
If we didn't have insurance and property taxes, I'd be okay.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I was looking through my mom's when I was cleaning out all this stuff. I found a resume of my mom's. I didn't realize she was a manager at the insurance place, Farmers Union.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve,
She
now that
never
you're
really
back,
talked much about it, her job.
at your back, Steve. For have you got it, Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. For a smoke break song, we were talking about Duran Duran. The A View to a Kill.
Uh-huh. I
And
heard
somebody
that part.
on YouTube made a extended version of A View to a Kill using the Duran Duran song and also the incidental music from the movie. And if you look it up, it's A View to a Kill, The Fatal Kiss. And that would be a good smoke break song for you.
You to a Kill, Fatal Kiss.
Yeah.
Wasn't that didn't they use that music for the extended video for A View to a Kill, Dan?
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, with
Because
the
They
women,
made a video, but I don't think it was an official video.
the women
Oh,
Mondays.
No, it was official, and they were on the Eiffel Tower pretending to be spies, and it kind of mixed A View to a Kill along with the
Simon
Bond
the Ball.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that video, but this is not that.
Well, it's the same video, but they had an extended version of that video for like the first 2-3 minutes where it was just James Bond down in like the banquet area and stuff like that. And I
Just
kind of
having a
remember
drink.
there was an extended version. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good song. They had a couple good songs after that. Then the wedding.
I've got
album.
I've got it recorded live on my phone when I went to Red Rocks and saw him before I moved to Florida.
No,
I consider the wedding album more of almost like a what do you call it? Like after they, what do you call it? A reunion album almost. Like
Makeup Sex.
Makeup Sex, I guess.
I don't think I've listened to that album. I've just listened to the 2 popular songs.
Ordinary World or something.
Yeah, Ordinary
hell?
World and Come
I
On
just
Down.
noticed something. I just saw something on this menu behind me. What the hell is a triple ripple ice cream?
It's got like cheap wine in it.
Down at the very
So,
bottom, there's 20 cents.
That's they accidentally put like several ice creams together and said, "Oh, we messed this batch up. Now we'll just call it Triple Ripple."
You're telling me that their ice cream machine worked?
Yeah, that was back
No,
then,
no,
man.
this-
Everything worked back then. The world was run by adults back then.
Yeah, I'm more and more thinking everything's run by morons now.
Well, watch the movie. Watch the movie Idiocracy if you really want to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
the only problem with Idiocracy is they set it 500 years in the future instead of 10 years.
Instead
in the
of
future.
now.
50 years
Yeah,
instead of just 50 years.
or right now.
Somebody was actually on their YouTube channel. They were showing how the stuff that people watch on like the Blues Clues. It basically it is Idiocracy. Or a lot of the stuff people are watching on TikTok and stuff. It is the exact same stuff that that we were making fun of on Idiocracy, which is all the fast-paced colors and all that stuff. And it's kind of depressing. They're saying that most kids that graduate high school don't know how to read now. It's they don't even have basic reading comprehension.
They're not even screwing.
Yeah, and well, at least the teen pregnancy, I guess, would be down. But
yeah, that's gone. There ain't no such thing. They got their noses in the damn phones. They're not even banging each other.
There was a teacher that said that she took the kids on a field trip to Knott's Berry Farm, and they said that instead of going on the rides, they just sit on their phones. And there were kids that said that their favorite part of the whole day was a school ride because they could just get on their phones uninterrupted the whole school bus or the whole trip. And it's like, shit, goodness, I'd hate to be like that. But there's other kids that are real envious or jealous of us and even kids that grew up in the 90s because it was the last century was such a whole different world before social media, before all the cell phones were.
Yeah, that's why I say Hitler, Stalin, and Jobs.
Yeah.
Three
I
most destructive men of Mao, less destructive people of the last century.
Yeah, I could agree.
I mean, back when I was a teenager, if I wanted to talk to Darren, I actually had to ride my bike to his house, and.
Or call and say, "Is Darren there?"
If you ever answered the phone.
Yeah. I don't think you ever called.
I don't think came over.
Yeah, right. And I'd come over. That's how you did it.
Yeah.
And when you're a little bit younger, can Darren come out and play? I think we were past that age at that point, but.
Or if you're Earl, you get on the phone. Can I speak to Darren?
Earl, I liked Earl.
Earl.
What does that one meme say? Back in our day, you knew where all the kids were at by where all the bicycles were at in the front yard, Let's see, we were either at your house, my house. No, we really didn't go to Putt's house, did we?
I don't think I ever went to Putt's house down there.
I don't think Putt ever went to Putt's house.
I don't know where he lived. I was just occasionally, we would rare that I would hang out with Putt outside of school. While we were still in school.
Putt didn't have a happy home life, so I don't know if he spent a lot of time
or we were at Ray's house.
I think I've been to Ray's house.
With his stupid beer can collection?
Yes. That rivaled yours?
Yeah, but he says that his was better than mine because his beer cans were full. But little does he know that you can't keep a beer can full. It'll rot through the can eventually.
Yeah, and it'll smell. Oh my God!
Yeah,
it'll sting. But this is the back of our house back in the '60s, and the kids on the two houses, the one house on either side, were friends of mine, and we had a pathway that would go behind all three houses, so we could just go back and forth without even going out in the street.
Now, is that the house that's worth like $22 million now?
Yeah, $4 million. So according to Zillow, it's worth $4 million.
Yeah, but you said it fell apart, didn't you, recently?
When my brother went there, it looked kind of shitty. Like some of the roofing shingles were screwed up. Because people, you either have money or you got taste, and you rarely have both. And that house sold like 10 years ago for about $2 million. And I'm thinking they're just looking to flip it or tear it down and put a McMansion on it, because that's what you do, because that lot is just such a great lot. And that house was so small.
When's the last time you seen your brother?
Oh, Patrick, he finally, after 48 years, came back to Southern California for a visit back in, 48 years would have been in 2019.
So why don't we get him on the show?
Well, he just came for a visit. He went back to England.
Oh, could you imagine two Tonys yelling at us at the same time?
Well, we're half brothers. They're different as chalk and cheese, really. although we grew up together.
I got two brothers on here. I can get my brother Jeff on here, but I don't want to bring the show down. So
Well, that's who I thought you were the first time because I only knew you as Mark, and then it's in chat there was David Gottschalk, and I'm like, oh, it must be Mark's brother. And then finally, when you got on the show, I'm like, no, it's that guy from South Park.
yeah, it's like South Park. We get Steve's brother on the show.
I can see that happening.
Hey, could give Dell a call, Steve.
Okay, yeah.
It should be about
Good guy.
should be about Tony's time back in California.
Yeah, let's. I gotta get the phone
That's
system.
great. Yeah, that's my belly, and we're way different. See, we're completely different. Same mother, different father.
I don't think you were expecting quite that picture, were you?
Da-da-da-da-da. Here's a story.
God, look at my hand. It's like, why the fuck is it all swole up?
Looks like you had a bracelet or a watch on, and then you got stung by a bee with the watch on.
Might have been. No, I didn't get stung by a bee. I just got stung by being fat. But let's see if the new and improved File Explorer works great now. Yeah, let me edit that. Open with Paint, please. But that's actually kind of the that was always the thing. I was always the fat one, and he was the skinny one. He was still is about 2 inches taller than me.
Like
Of course, he
Laurel
was a
and
lot taller than me
Costello.
back in the 60s.
Yeah.
All right, I got the phone system hooked back up here.
Abbott and Hardy.
Were you on the call, Dell?
Yeah, call Dell.
That's gotta remember.
Bill's
the
got to
number.
say.
Let's see what's the number here. Oh, it's an extension number. That's right. Oh, hey, Dell. Yeah, Dell. Timmy wants to talk to you. There, go ahead.
Hey, Dell. I've got that game show you wanted us to do. I've got an idea for it. Hey, Steve, do you have any game show music, generic game show music?
Like I got
With the drum roll and the.
No.
Okay, well I'll make it up. Picture the drum roll. Boom. And now another episode of Oh No You Don't. The show where you better not. With your host, aw, heck no. Because How does that sound? That's basically all I got.
Well, that's all you need.
Well, I didn't want to write a whole script unless that, floated your boat there because, why... Yeah, we could get Steve to host it.
Uh-huh. Oh, sure.
Yeah, but... Oh, he said it's sponsored by Hostess, so we'd have to get a female host. Well, I don't know if we have a hostess because, oh, no, you don't. I don't know. I don't know what it'll be about. I just came up with the intro. I guess we'll have to figure out the... Yeah? Lowenbrow? I haven't heard that in like 40 years. All right. We'll work it in, okay? Love you, Dell. Oh, you didn't even get to hear me say I loved him.
Oh. Stop. Okay.
That one watch looks like a skeleton head face.
Yeah.
The Panda.
Oh, is that what that is?
3 small dials on it, yeah.
Yeah. Called
I'm still waiting
It's
for
a-
you here
it's a
in my
Daytona.
Kyle Gottschalk. I'll save you some delicious candy.
Oh my gosh, is she on the pot or something?
He's on the pot eating a sandwich.
There's Patrick and me from 2019.
Oh, there you go.
There you
That's
go.
in that is in the Pershing Park, Pershing Square area, Los Angeles.
There you go. He looks just like he did when you were kids.
Yep.
I think my favorite.
I got taller. He didn't.
So he was always pretty tall.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
know,
cool. I
Lauren
wish you'd
doesn't-
get him on the show, and you two could reminisce. I think
Tony.
my favorite watch is the green one at the top.
Oh yeah, I like the
I think
blue
that-
one.
That would be a GMT. That would be a Hulk GMT from,
Oh, Tony.
and it's also right here above my shoulder too.
Like metallic green, metallic blue, metallic green. They both go good with gold.
I'd do the black or the green or the white probably.
I like the blue. Is the royal blue? That's cool.
You know what else goes good with gold?
That's the
is
Submariners.
Yeah, I like the royal blue. You know what else goes good with gold is like a ruby red, a metallic.
Yeah.
Goes good with gold. You know, I keep saying I would do this when I have the webcam, and I keep forgetting I was going to show you my Bulova.
Your what?
That's kind
My
of personal,
Bulova,
isn't it?
my Bulova watch, because my mom, I assume she was kind of private, but she was engaged to that guy, and I think they broke up the engagement, and I think she might have pawned her ring and got us both watches in Fort Collins
Oh,
at some jeweler, and that's what I got, a Bulova gold watch, when I was only like 17. So I had a nice
called
watch
a-
for a long time.
it's called a
didn't even-
Bulova?
Bulova, and it didn't.
She didn't give me a
BUL.
watch.
She didn't.
OVA.
She gave you one. You got something because you're with us, but
Shazam!
I'm clicking the
it was
icon.
it was nice. It didn't turn my wrist green or anything.
No.
That's what Gracie
Well,
told me
that's
about
okay.
fancy watches is one of the clues on whether it's actually a high-end watch is the second hand just doesn't tick. It just moves smoothly all all the way around.
There's
Gracie
very
said
few
that?
watches that.
Wow, that's
Well, some
didn't
do.
know that.
Even some high-end watches go tink, tink, tink.
I never thought about it.
Most watches that have actual there's only like one watch that has a full smooth move, and that's a Grand Seiko, because it's got the spring drive technology where it's just a smooth move like that. Rolexes have it's 8 beats a second, so it's like it looks like it's moving very smooth, but it's actually just a lot of.
Oh, really?
So
Ticks.
what is quartz? What do you hear of quartz? What is that?
Quartz is an actual quartz that that resonates at a very accurate beat, and it just quartz is the ones that just do the second tick.
But what
That's
is
a
it?
good
I know a
point.
quartz is a rock, right? But what is?
Yeah, if you apply electricity to it, it vibrates at a certain frequency.
Okay. Okay.
And then
And that's
regulates
where they
the
get it
watch.
from. I mean, quartz watches are like hands down far more accurate than mechanical or automatic watches, which have more of the sweeping hands, but it's just high. It's the high vibration beat instead of the second tick.
Now
Because,
the expensive watches, do you have to wind them, or do they have the batteries?
Well, you've got the mechanical and you've got the you've got the mechanical and automatic watches. Mechanicals you have to wind every day. Automatic watches have a rotor inside that as you walk and stuff like that, it spins in the back and
I'm
continually
pretty
winds
sure
the
mine
watch.
has the wind thing. I think you wind it, and then if you pull the button out, you can set the time, something like that.
Yeah.
Let me see if I got one that's got a see-through back where you can.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
That was awful. Gottschalk,
Yeah,
you
it's
okay?
terrible.
Yeah, not panic, but I'll be okay.
It was because of the rain. My windows were all open for all weekend, and boy, it was wet inside here. The humidity was like 70%, so I closed it all up and got the dehumidifier out, and boy, I got a whole bucket of water out of it.
I don't know if the camera will catch this, but see that like rotor that's shaking in there?
Oh,
Yeah,
vaguely,
yeah, I do.
That's an automatic, and as you walk and stuff like that, that spins and keeps the watch
Also known
wound.
as a self-winding watch.
Yes,
I didn't know you had actual watches, Gotchchop.
yes. I have a lot of actual watches. It's kind of my thing. That's my.
Yeah.
I have
It
a
turns
watch
out that's
right
not
here.
a picture behind him. It's just
That's
some watch.
pretty.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that aqua. Let's see it again.
Ooh,
Isn't
that's
that pretty?
Yeah, that's nice.
I like that.
How many watches you got?
Very pretty. Is that the one that had the auto thing in the back that you were showing us?
Yes, that's that one right there.
Can I have it? I'm just kidding. It's pretty cool though. What is it?
How many drug dealers did you take down to get that?
I'll never say.
It's just the right one.
Oh, yeah.
Don't have my.
It's funny. He's a retired cop. He's got
Are
all these
they-
Rolex watches. How does that work?
Wow.
What, these all confiscated?
Can't say.
He's like Sonny Crockett. He's like Sonny Crockett with a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did he get
Enzo.
that Ferrari?
Yeah, what
Enzo
kind
was
of car you
pissed.
got, Gottschalk?
When they did
What?
Miami Vice, they had their Testarossa in the original series was a fake,
Daytona.
and oh yeah, then Enzo's like, stop using the fakes and I'll give you a real one,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, the original Daytona was a 1974 Corvette with a body kit on it.
All money aside, I would still much rather have a Daytona than a Testarossa.
Now you're just stepping on my dick.
Yeah.
What year?
I
I
don't
know
know.
he's talking
like
about
a fit-
Ferrari
a-
Daytona. He's talking about the
Oh,
Ferrari
because-
Daytona.
Compared to like what year test? Like a '57 Testarossa or
No, the 80s.
80s
Oh,
Testarossa.
the
yeah.
kind with the big shaver vent on the side?
I'd rather have
Right.
a 60s anything Ferrari than an 80s anything Ferrari.
Yeah, I'm
There's
with you
another
there.
way to
Well, the
put it.
Daytona started out in the '60s. What
Yeah,
is
it was,
that?
And you can always
69, I think.
you can always tell a good watch when you hear the bezel clicking when you go, and it moves like butter. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
No.
No, I hear
That's a
that.
good. That's a good bezel movement right there when you.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Well,
Are
these
those
newfangled
supposed to move?
watches, they'll do just about
What's the
anything.
purpose of the bezel movement?
Okay, these are dive watches, so if you, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a 15-minute tick mark there. So what you do is you move the top arrow to where the minute hand is at, and now you know from the minute hand to the end of the 15 minutes that's your oxygen supply for diving.
Oh, so it's
Right.
like almost like a half of a stopwatch kind
That's
of a
pretty
thing.
cool.
Yeah, kind of.
So
So you know
can I
how
have
long
that
you've
one?
been down, so you need to get back up because there's ain't that much air.
You don't want to get
Can I have that
And
one?
then this
Receptor
one's my
bands.
tutor. This one is my tutor.
So that's when you toot.
Yep. And tutor is actually owned by Rolex.
Well, you
They
do
still
have a
are.
lot of watches.
Yeah. What?
Collects them, Steve. Well, I don't know if he does now that he's retired and doesn't encounter drug dealers.
Oh no, I actually do. Yeah, I do pretty good.
That's why he still works his fingers to the bone, so he can still
Oh, is
buy
that
it.
what it is?
support his watch habit.
Now, is my mic loud enough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been trying to
And
get
then
in.
here's
a couple
my-
times, never get in.
Here's my
it's
aviation
because
watch.
it's because of the way you talk. What? What is it?
It's my aviation watch.
See, you talk soft, Steve.
Oh, how about now?
There,
There you
see,
go.
you talk
Good
like
to
that,
go.
Steve, you'll get in every time. I see.
Yeah, just bust on in. I had to learn how to do it. I had a hell of a time when we
I
first
just thought my
started
mic
Wrong
was too
Channel.
low.
Now we can't shut Tony up.
Yeah, when we first started Wrong Channel, it was like, am I even here? You know, I felt like Admiral Stockdale at that fucking debate. You know, so who am I and what am I doing here? But you just got to learn to bust on in.
Yeah, look
I
at me,
just thought
Steve.
my
Look
mic
how
was
big
too-
my mouth is. See, it wasn't originally like that.
Nah,
It was from being with y'all for so long. So let's do a in Putt's honor. You weren't here last. I thought in Putt's honor we would start round robins again.
Isn't that a movie, Putt's Honor?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Putsy's Honor. I remember that. Jack Nicholson was in it.
So what do we want to do? A round robin?
Round
Go ahead.
robin. So somebody give us a round robin.
I was never good at it. Putt was always.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That putt was the.
It's pretty easy.
I mean,
I didn't think we have robins down here.
see, we all draw a blank, you know.
Okay. How about a time where you fell down the stairs?
I got one.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we don't-
Go ahead, Steve.
No, I'm just saying, like we all do that. Go ahead.
I had a day off from work, so I was home by myself. So if you're home by yourself on a day off work, what are you going to do?
Fall
You're
down
going
the
to
stairs.
watch TV in the basement
Yep.
with a big ass bag of chips and a big old bowl of melted queso. So, of course, I was home alone, so I'm just in my underwear, going downstairs with this big bowl of hot queso and the chips, and I tripped and fell, got hot queso all over me, and sprained my ankle.
Ouch.
I'm
Damn.
laying at the bottom with a not broken literally, but messed up leg covered in cheese lava.
So nobody was home to help you.
No,
You,
You
get
didn't
up
have
on
a
your
life
own.
alert button?
I need to get one of those.
I've fallen and I got hot cheese whiz on me.
And Rick Ocasek was there, and he looked up and he said, "No, it's just cheese."
I don't get it.
Well,
The penguin.
last time I fell down the stairs, I just look around. I'm thinking I can
I can wait.
nothing better
Yeah,
to
there
do.
you go. Well, in the
No, I
movies,
did
you always
fall down the
die.
stairs.
In the
Oh,
movies,
yeah,
you
when
always
you-
die when you fall down the stairs.
Yeah, Dolores Claiborne.
Like death becomes her. Well, she didn't die. She's got her neck twisted around. Oh, spoiler alert! Sorry.
I saw that.
But I did fall down the stairs. It was when I was a kid living in Kansas, and I was skipping school that day. Nobody again. I was home alone, and I was carrying fresh cup of coffee down the stairs to my room. I was downstairs, and I didn't tumble. My feet went out from under me, and I landed on my ass. And my ass is going boom, boom, boom down all the way to the stairs. But I didn't spill my coffee.
Yeah.
So
I just picture some big black woman going down the stairs, ba-dum, 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 you know.
Lord help me, Lord help me, Lord help me.
The only time I ever fell down, this is embarrassing. I was trying to balance 12 coconut cream pies. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I've fallen. I'm sure I've fallen downstairs. I just can't. I can't.
Well, I'm sure Terry Summer
Slid
had
down.
in
We,
the cartoon.
our neighbor kid they had a carpeted stairway. We would slide feet first on our bellies down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, with your shirts off, it seems like that put rub burn.
No, we'd take our. It was the '60s. We'd take our shirts off. Good Lord. But we just.
Well, the steps I went down were carpeted. That's why my butt was just boom, 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 boom. It was kind of fun. I went back and did it again without the coffee.
My surrogate Aunt Helen said that when I was a little kid, I used to, I had been 3 or 4. I would actually.
Hell, I'm sorry. I don't want to mean to interrupt, but the building says the cunt on it.
The cunt? Does it really?
Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is that where they manufacture those things?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I thought they manufactured a country is what they. Never mind. Go ahead.
It was. I was looking at that, but it's actually something else. But I couldn't figure out what it was.
Oh, I was like half the word cut off. I didn't see it.
Sorry, Tim. Go ahead. I just had to say it then because it
Proceed.
wouldn't have mattered.
Helen used to say that I would jump that whole flight of stairs and skip the stairs and give her a heart attack. I was a little kid.
You were.
It does sound like me.
Did you ever slide down the banister?
Yeah, I was
to me,
definitely
they always
there.
put like something at the bottom to knock your nuts in. If you're.
Oh yeah. I never
Bring a
had
ball.
Yeah, I never had it where there was banister to go down.
Or curls up. I was a little daredevil kid, but Darren could vouch for that, especially when we got the movie camera and started using it and stuff.
Oh, you had to get yourself on film doing that.
Yeah.
I remember one time we go ahead.
Oh, this is going to tell a story where Darren made him fall down the stairs.
Well,
Oh,
no,
you
he didn't
put-
make me
you
fall
put
down
him?
the stairs, but we were, when we lived in North Glen, we had this park behind it. That we were lucky kids in that no matter where we lived, even though we moved every 2 years, no matter where we lived, we were always butted up right to a field or a park or something. And so there was this like gazebo with picnic tables and stuff. And I remember, I don't think we weren't filming, but maybe we were gonna film something and this and that. And we were seeing if we could jump off from the picnic table and hang onto one of the beams on the gazebo. And I remember doing it, and my fingers slipped as soon as I did, and I just slammed backwards against the picnic table. You know, my arm and everything just pam. I was on the tarmac,
Nice.
and it was so violent that even Darren asked if I was okay. I was fine. I was.
I can't
I
imagine
just picture an older Darn pushing a younger Timmy down the flight of
that.
steps.
Yeah, that I can picture. Yeah.
I'm sure
That
it happened.
wasn't that mean.
Oh boy, I'm looking at a frog on my screen, and he's naked.
Oh,
Got his legs all spread out and everything.
hey, you
I hope-
looking at frog porn? Gee.
Not in purpose. He's just right there in
Because
front
this,
of me.
yeah, your frog hurts.
Oh, no, he's gone. You saw that I
Frog
saw.
off.
Frog off.
Frog Rock.
I'd like to jump Frog and Smokey and the Bandit. Gee.
Yeah, there we go.
Sally Field.
I remember somebody put a picture of a young Sally Field in like a one-piece swimsuit or something like that. God, she's cute. And somebody else says, it's like, what
For her
is
age
wrong
now,
with
she doesn't
you?
look-
The
But
top
this day,
of the
for her
bottom.
age now, she doesn't look bad still, really.
Yeah, I bought a VHS of Gidget porn, but it was all close-ups. I couldn't even tell she was Gidget.
Gidget porn.
Speaking of old shows from the 70s and 80s, did you guys hear that there's actually an actual WKRP now in Cincinnati?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
had that on my
they
News of
wanna-
the Weird. I had that News of the Weird a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they play freeform jazz
No,
or something.
they say they play oldies for us now, oldies music.
Do they have a Dr. Johnny
this-
Fever?
No, it's just Gary
I don't
Sanders.
know.
And I've said this before. I don't think that oldies. I think oldies is a genre. It doesn't just mean old music.
Mm-hmm.
To me, old music is like doo-wop. It's 50s. It's Motown. It's that Build Me Up Buttercup. It's kind of Hush all over the world. It's a lot of it's the 60s AM pop songs and 50s and early 70s. But Elton John isn't oldies. Leonard Skinner isn't oldies. That's
I
classic
call that
rock.
retro.
I call it
Tell
classic
that to-
rock.
Tell that to the 20-year-olds now.
Well, they don't
Oh, they
matter.
do.
No,
yeah.
retro.
Yeah, the hell
Steve,
with them. They're useless.
Steve, retro means modern but trying to look old. Apology not
Yeah,
as retro.
like that thing you do.
yeah,
90s
that's
trying to
retro.
sound like 60s.
Yeah.
Well, why did I have a show once called Hit Retro USA? That didn't sound
I don't know. Ask yourself.
Yeah.
Because I thought retro
Did you
meant
play
like
the O Neaters?
Yeah.
No, I played the 80s. It was because I always thought that's what the retro was like 70, like say the
No,
70s.
retro is if you go to IKEA and buy some desk that looks like it's from the 60s, but it's new. That's
Well, next
retro.
time I do a show, I'll look up, the term to make sure I'm not calling it something weird.
Well, we just come
You
up
don't
with
need to look it up.
Just
We're
call,
telling you.
just call the show the Millennial Oldies.
Yeah. That's why I changed it to the real 80s. That's what I was doing this show.
Yeah, there you go. No, it's,
But I remember in the
nowadays, like, what
80s.
can
Go ahead.
No, it's just I've completely forgot what I was talking about. Don't worry.
Well, I'm just in the 80s. I was in Music Land in the mall, Aurora Mall, and I remember they had an oldies section. It had like "Call Me," and this is already in like 1983 or something, and it was an oldie. And it's like, to me, that's not what oldies are. It's like
It was like 2 years old at the time.
I know it's 2 years old.
2 years old, and it's all an oldie already? Jeez.
Yeah, it was in the oldies category.
Some people think that oldies is anything that's not on the current chart.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Oldies is basically 50s to early 70s AM pop music. Is
Actually,
what
Aldi's
For
is a
you.
grocery store.
All these, yeah.
Although you could play "Swaying to the Music" from Johnny Rivers, which was like maybe from '77. You could play it on an oldies channel because Johnny Rivers is an oldies band artist,
Yeah.
and that song sounds just like something he would have done in the '60s. So there's some things that are kind of fine. You could maybe even play Dolly Parton and "Here He Comes Again" on there. I mean, because it's just it's that it's that style.
Billy Swan playing
That's-
the oldies very slowly.
That's
Oh my God, did you hear
that's a
that?
very oldies song. Even though it's from '74, that's an oldies song.
No, Timmy didn't hear what I played today. It was Billy Swan's birthday.
I didn't know that was a song.
And I played his cover of "Don't Be Cruel," and he's doing it very slow.
Oh wow! I don't think I've heard anything other than that song that he.
That's why I went looking for something. I can help every damn year. So I went look. Maybe I'll go back to playing. I can help.
If your child needs a daddy, I can help.
You know what?
And then they
You know
forgot
what,
to turn
Steve?
off the tape recorder at the end.
And I start playing the short version where we don't hear the people's cheering, and he's starting over all over again.
I only heard that on your channel. I'd never heard that version before.
I've heard
You know
the radio
what?
play that a couple of times.
Go ahead.
You know what,
Gus.
Steve? I can go retro, and I can go into a discussion about where hot wings came from.
Oh yeah.
On the
Chickens?
very first show that I was on BabbleGab, apparently I went on for like 15 minutes explaining the history of hot wings.
I don't like hot wings, so I guess.
I like Hot
And
Wheels.
even Tony made a comment like, wow, Tony was like, well, we didn't know, like none of us knew where the hell hot wings came from,
I just thought that came from chickens.
Well, no, they come from buffalo. Buffalo, they have these weird genetically modified buffalo that grow these tiny wings,
Yep.
and then they cut them off while the buffalo is still alive, and they dip them in
drive
hot
in.
sauce, and they find the messiest sauce they can find and make sure that it gets everywhere, and dip them in that.
Yeah.
Is that like a drive-in refreshment? I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted.
Oh yeah,
Did you
I
know
live
this?
right
I have a
next to that
story.
thing.
I have a story you might not know.
Go
You
for
know
it.
the Washington Monument in D.C.?
Yeah.
They built that because there is a giant buried there, and his penis sticks out of the ground. and so they built that, and basically it's to distract you because the penis is actually shaped exactly like Abraham Lincoln.
I had heard that too.
So the Lincoln Memorial is where the penis comes out, but they just built the Washington Monument. No, look at this. Look at this.
As a distraction.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
true story.
I know. I've heard it before.
So that's a giant penis.
Yeah. In fact, no, actually, it reminded me of a Simpsons episode back when it was still kind of good. That Marge and Homer, they visited D.C. for the first time, and they saw the monument, and she whispers in ear and starts giggling. He says, "Oh, grow up, Marge."
Well, I hated about
see,
the
me
Simpsons was with the Simpsons, nobody aged, so their backstory had to keep getting pushed forward because in the very early seasons of the Simpsons, when he would flash back to high school, he had a friggin' 70 Roadrunner,
Yeah.
and now if he flashed back to high school, he'd have a Prius.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
'cause
long
it
as that
changed to a
show's been
Taurus.
on- As long as
Yeah.
that show's been on, they need to just let them grow old.
Yeah, then Bart would be like 60.
So at least
Yeah,
get to
Marge,
let them get killed off or something. End the show.
well, Marge is dead, isn't she? Didn't she die?
Yep, they
Marge?
shot her with a t-shirt gun.
No, that was Maud.
Oh my!
Oh,
Maud Flanders. They really, to me, they were jumping the shark. Then, oh, but she moved to Kansas. The voice actress. So you get a new voice actress. Who cares?
minute.
Nobody
Wait,
even
who-
noticed.
That's what
What
it was.
voice do we
I thought
have?
it was because of money.
Well, she might not.
wait a
She
minute.
might not have thought. But I mean, she quit and moved to Kansas. I don't know the reason.
Are we
ahead,
talking
Steve.
about the girl who voiced Marge?
No,
no, not
Maud.
Marge, but Maud, Flanders' wife.
Yeah, his
Oh, I
neighbor's
guess
wife.
I don't know. Okay, maybe I don't know.
Idly Hoodly.
Well, yeah, she left the show, so they killed her character off, and it was very un-Simpsons. They'd never done that before. They wanted to do a special episode. And then Seinfeld did the same thing, where they killed off George's fiance for a special episode. It was tongue-in-cheek, but it's just like, you guys are really jumping the shark here. I think it's better if when they did that stuff with the Halloween episodes, Treehouse of Horror, and then get back to...
Yeah, not a very
but
special episode.
what was meaner, though...
Flanders. Go ahead.
Yeah. What was meaner was on King of the Hill, where they didn't kill off the character, they killed off the actress. The one who played Luann.
Luann.
That was sad. She was cute.
Yeah.
And also, in an episode, it was the one with their Moody Blues special guest, they divulged, Ned admitted that he was 60. And it's like they did these things just for one episode plot, and they've totally changed the whole dynamic of a character now. Because now we've seen, because we saw things of Ned Flanders when he was a kid, and what their parents were, because their parents were like beatniks, and it's like, well, now he'd have been pre-beatnik. You're kind of ruining the whole thing.
Well, none of the episodes are canon.
Yeah.
But Ned got his own spinoff called Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which I haven't seen either.
It's a live
of course
action.
it wouldn't be canon. Bill wasn't. Conrad wasn't on there. William
Conrad. Yeah, Robert Conrad was Wild Wild West and Bob Black Sheep. And William Conrad was canon, and he was Marshall Dillon on the radio. And then when they put Gunsmoke on TV, they thought, "Nope, you're too fat. You got to get somebody else."
I tried watching that, and they said I was too fat.
Yeah.
At least in canon, they played on his weight for laughs. Even the intro was groovy. The music and the visuals are groovy. But even then, they had him trying to go down the grocery aisle, and he's like trying to squeeze between people. And
and he back in the day, so he probably weighed like 210 pounds.
Probably, yeah, because nobody was so skinny, and he was like, and of course the Continental. He in the pilot, some TV retro channel played the pilot, and he had like a 4-door Mercury Marquis, Grand Marquis, and somebody ran him off the road, and he wrecked that, and then then he gets the Continental Mark III.
So when he wrecked the Grand Marquis, did they like open the doors in the hood and put a smoke bomb under
No, I
it?
think they actually, because it was like a TV movie, so they actually had the budget to actually bang the thing up.
I tell you what, I was going to say his 68 Park Lane Mercury was awesome, but that was the wrong show. That was Hawaii 5-0.
That was Hawaii 5-0, yeah.
They should have just kept that body style for 10 more years. Well, they kind of did in Brazil. They kept the 66 Galaxy in Brazil, but by the late 70s, they were like, well, stacked headlights are passe, so let's make them side by side. And it just became that 68 Park Avenue now. It looked kind of good.
Or sometimes they would put square headlights on like a 60s body style. No.
It especially looked weird on that 1960 Falcon. It was such a round car. And in Brazil, like by 1980, they had square headlights on that round car. It didn't fit. It's like putting a peg in a round hole.
Yeah.
I said hole, Steve.
That's
let me put my square peg in your round hole.
Yeah, see that drive-in theater was there when I lived there in the early 80s, but they tore it down in 85. I never actually, because all they were showing like weird horror movies and shit there anyway, so nothing I wanted to see. But I used to live right there.
Oh, neat, Tony. Yeah. There is something that I can't even Google. I cannot find a picture of it anywhere. And Steve might remember this. Darren might remember it. On 71 Highway in Kansas City, around Grandview, there was a golf course on the east side of the highway, and they had this giant, oversized golf bag with golf clubs sticking out. It was like a high-rise building, but it was this giant roadside, you know, those in the old days they were the roadside kind of
Oh, yeah.
attraction things. But it was this giant. It must have been 10 stories high, golf
don't
bag,
remember
and it
that.
had these giant clubs sticking out. It was just, it was iconic, and
I don't remember that.
yeah, and it was even there in the early '80s when he first started going to the lake. And then by the time I actually got a camera and I was starting to take pictures of all these things, it was gone.
It's probably in somebody's bedroom, and they're like, I shouldn't have taken this damn thing.
Yeah, talk about clutter.
Yeah.
I see one. Yeah, there's one in Canada. Amaranth, Ontario, but I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. So if it was a Canadian that took it, he would be, oh man, this takes up so much space in my bedroom. I should probably just kill myself. 'Cause that's
Oh
what
yeah,
Canadians
that's what
do.
the Canadians do. And Steve, I don't remember this, the Crest Theater double drive-in.
Oh
Now-
yeah, I remember that.
And I used to love passing by, and I did get a picture of the big screen, and I think it's the only one known in existence.
They're
And-
still there?
No, they got rid of it in like '85, but I did get a picture of it before they got rid. In fact, I was disappointed because they put a shopping center where I'm like, oh, the screens are gone, and my dad said, yeah, they asked if Timmy would want a screen. They called me up and I said, no, I don't think so. But I was thinking about like a door screen. I wasn't thinking of a driving screen. But that's what they were giving away. So you had a chance to have it. But Dad was such a butthole sometimes.
Well,
I
there's
can't
some,
believe he'd said no to that. What?
There's a couple of images on here of the Crest Drive-In.
Show me.
A couple of images.
Show me. Of the screen?
The behind the screen where it says Crest Theater on the back of the screen.
Yeah, show me.
How about if I give you the link?
Can't you just put it behind you?
It's hard. I can't figure out how to copy and paste a picture anymore. Because you used to be able to right click on a picture, and now you can't do it.
All right, get
Right click and say open image in new tab, and then you go to the new tab and you should be able to do stuff with it.
Open. Let me try that. Says save as. Let me try that. Oh, it's still called saving as a web page.
Don't you have the snippet tool? The snip tool? The scissors?
Trying to figure out what that.
Can you do a share screen, Steve? Can you just do the share screen?
The way I've been doing it is I just take a screenshot, put it in Paint, cut it, and then send it that way.
Well,
That's what I do.
Just do a screenshot.
Okay.
Because I don't. If you can't really give me the link because I wouldn't have a way of taking it.
Oh, okay. Let me try. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Anyway, there's a very popular Facebook page called Kansas City Memories, and I'm always seeing my pictures on it. And people will find pictures on the because I went when I truck drove with my dad in about '85. I'm such a sentimental fool. I would start taking pictures of just things that I remembered when I was a kid, and it turned out that nobody else did. So I have the only pictures available. So it was so sometimes I will find my pictures on there, and they'll say, this wow, cool. And I said, yeah, I took that back in 1987, or I took that.
I want to hammer.
I remember one time when Darren made us something.
I didn't make you do he missed his cue.
I was looking at the cars.
I think the blue Corvette's my favorite, even though it doesn't look much like a Corvette.
I like the purple thing with the engine sticking out.
That's
I
a
like the
Barracuda.
white one. What's the white one?
Oh, the white one is, what is that? Is that a Ford J car?
Yep.
That's a Ford J car. I've got one, I think. No,
It had
I've got
the
an
engine cover
Aurora.
that flipped up.
Yeah, I've got an Aurora plastic one, like an Aurora slot car of that.
Yeah, that's
And
the silhouette there, the purple one that's like a show car. with the engine
Yeah,
sticking out.
I've got that, but it's aqua color and it's reproduction, like a 1994 reproduction. But I've got that.
Yeah, I had so many of those from 68, 69. Don't have them anymore.
I do like the
Python. The
Cap.
Python was kind of like almost an Exner car because it was
There you go, Timmy.
asymmetric.
That's my picture.
That's what I don't know. That's what I got.
I took that, Steve. That's my picture. I knew it. I knew nobody else had a picture of the Crest screen.
How come it's on? I finally just did a search for it.
You did. Well,
Yeah.
what site does it come by? Is it Flickr?
I think I closed it. I don't know.
Well, I was going to say, if you actually click on the picture, it might go to my Flickr page. But yeah, that's my picture. I've got like the only one in existence of the Crest.
That's funny.
It is, and it was a double screen, but the other screen didn't have that cool, that facade on it. It was just kind of a flat screen with a metal truss on it.
Have they torn that down now?
Oh, they tore it down in about '85 and put it in a strip mall.
I have pictures of the E70 drive-in. You know.
Do you?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Share them sometime.
E70.
That was
Kansas
in
City?
Denver, in Aurora.
Yeah.
There was a drive-in theater on Merriam Drive. I don't know if you remember that area or not. On Southwest Boulevard, Merriam Drive. Anyway.
I'm sure I've seen a lot of them. I like that orange one in the middle on the right too. What is that? Is that the Exner one you were talking about, Tony?
Yeah, the Python.
I don't remember
Yeah,
seeing
because
that
it's asymmetric.
one. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? The Hot Wheels?
Yeah, it's Hot Wheels. And I like the green one on the lower left. I've got one of it, and that's a metallic teal aqua. I've got. There's a couple of these I don't remember seeing. What's the one above that? That orange truck.
That's the custom fleet side. I had the one. It was a set, and it had a little launcher on the back of the truck that would shoot a little glider off the top of it. So you get the truck going, and then it would hit a little thing that would trigger it, and there was a spring load, and it would shoot a little glider.
I had
Go ahead.
I had all sorts of 70s and 80s Hot Wheels cars that I blew up with black cats in a sandbox. So.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, I did.
I know. Darren and I destroyed some model cars with like glider fluid, and we both regretted doing that. You know, our brains were developed, so we were doing
I kind of did
stupid
that
shit.
with the model of the Enterprise. Kind of wanted to make it look beat up, and I just.
I think every kid goes through that
we all did,
destructive
damn it.
stage. You know, we all did. Yeah, basically, Tony, damn it, but we did. You know, I feel so. Darren and I, we would painstakingly build a model and then kill the damn thing. I feel.
Well,
sorry.
if we didn't, Kiana would have busted them all by now anyway.
Pretty much, or it got thrown away.
Oh, there's a wreck. There's.
I feel bad, and I got to whisper this. I've got a couple. You remember the crash cars, the SSP demolition derby cars? I had a set of the classy crashers. It had like a generic Rolls Royce looking thing that was orange and black, and it had a Continental Mark IV. And we did that thing with the lighter fluid with the Rolls Royce one, and my mom got so mad. She said she'd never buy me one again, and she was right. And you know, it was stupid. And I've still got the Mark IV, and I just feel bad for him because he doesn't have his brother there, you know. And I just feel so stupid. Maybe I'll get one off eBay if I can ever find one. And but then he's going to think that's his real brother, and I don't know. It just makes me sad.
That was the Constellation.
Yeah, that was the AMT model they bought and then beat the
Is
shit
that the
out of
one Decker was in? Don't you think
Yeah.
I know that?
Now there's
That
there's a backstory to that. Now that was in a mint condition, and he let his 9-year-old kid borrow it for the weekend.
Yeah, this is the where that putt went on about how the numbering was wrong for that class of starship and everything else. And
Yeah.
Well, they did that cheap way, but just rearranged the 1701 on there.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, what they should have done was 1710. Then it would have worked with the numbering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They could have used the same decal.
Yeah. 1710. Because that looks like it's painted on.
Federation is a bureaucracy run by morons anyway.
Well, it looks like they just took a damn cigarette lighter to it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. It looks tacky. You know what would have been a good theme music for Star Trek if they'd have...
Simpsons theme?
No, better. Don't be silly.
Benny Hill?
I'm serious. If they'd have, if it was got a burger in your butt, got a burger in your butt.
Don't be so.
Yeah, that was Eddie Murphy, wasn't it?
I think so. Put a burger up your butt.
I'll tell you
Oh,
a show
that's-
I watched this week. A show that I watched this weekend. I watched an old Twilight Zone on the Me TV, and the one I watched had Agnes Moorehead on it.
Oh, what was it? Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
it was the one where the little UFO landed on her house out in the middle of the prairie and stuff, and the two little aliens came out and they were, and it finds out that she's actually the alien and the UFO was actually the U.S. Air Force, and it was
Right.
Oh, wow.
boy that
And she's
that
like
turned
whacking him with a
squeegee go.
broom and stuff. I remember that one.
Yeah,
But it's kind of funny because there's an episode of Bewitched where there were aliens and where they were zapped up by Tabitha or somebody.
Oh yeah, and speaking of aliens and X-Files and stuff, so did you hear, this new virus that was on the cruise ship that they're trying to scare everybody with?
not a new virus.
There's a new virus?
Let me say my thing.
Go ahead.
So everybody's showing like X-Files from the 80s where they're talking about that same virus and that they were saying it was a government psyop, basically. That basically what they're trying to do now. And it's like in the X-Files, they were saying, yeah, it's the Kahona virus or whatever. And it's like, you get it from screwing monkeys or something. Yeah, and then it's like, but yeah, they're trying to use it as a the government is using it as a psyop or something. What are you shaking your head for?
It's the Hantavirus.
And it's
been
very
around
deadly and it's
for-
very bad for you.
Yeah, that's what Gene Hackman's wife died from, I think, at the house in Santa Fe.
Right. It killed her
And then
so
he
quick.
died because... Uh-huh.
It killed her so quick that she brought her dog back from the vet in a dog carrier, sat down at the kitchen table, died.
I
And so the
their
dog
house
was still in the
invaded.
carrier.
I thought they were invaded. Their house was broken into.
No.
They weren't-
And,
they
and then
both died at
Pearl
the same
Hackman,
time, didn't they?
95 years old, he is so out of it that he doesn't grasp that his wife's sitting there dead at the kitchen table. And so he's just wandering around the house for like a week until he dies of dehydration or some shit.
Yeah.
That poor
But
dog.
no, hantavirus is no good. And it depends if it's prevalent in your area, but if there's a vaccine, take it.
It's
What's it
mostly in
called?
the Southwest. It's called Hantavirus.
Hanta.
And you get it from breathing in the dust from mice and rat shit. But the Hantavirus has been around for 100+ years.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's not really communicable. You actually have
So
to
what we
breathe
should
in
worry
the-
about, and what we should be worrying about, is that I think that's a distraction. We should be worried about ticks because they're releasing ticks in the forest now. People are finding like little boxes with thousands and thousands of ticks, and it's getting crazy now. So let me amend my thing last week of what animal species to get rid of.
Ticks.
Let me put ticks. So that would be any blood-sucking fly, fleas, ticks. That's 3. Stinging ants are 4, and then chiggers would be a good one. But I would put social wasps.
What little worm cat or millipede things?
Oh, they're harmless.
They're harmless.
They're just millipedes.
Yeah, but they've been millipeding through my house, and I've been
Yeah, they
killing
shouldn't
like
do that.
20 of them a day.
You kill
But
them.
then
We get an opossum. Well, no,
Well,
opossums,
when they're
they
in
eat
my
ticks.
house, I'm not. I'll walk in the bathroom and there's millipedes going in like across the floor.
That's what Kleenexes are for. You just take them out.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
it
someone's
was like
talking-
20 a day, but there were none so far today. So I think
Oh, okay.
millipede season might be over.
You
It's
kill
only-
them all.
There's a story about the Andes virus or the Andes.
Yeah.
So the hantavirus, is this a strain the government made? Probably.
Oh yeah, they're saying
We can make it deadlier.
Well, they said that Lyme disease is
100+ years ago.
Lyme disease is a government-made thing, or it's
Well, no,
it's
I mean
man-made.
they make bigger, better strains of it.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Time to
saying
get
they
our
invented it
tinfoil
from
hats on, that's
scratch.
Oh, Salty said that they should just outlaw cruise ships.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
I'm
they
kinda
are
with you
disease
there.
They are disease factories, man. They
Yeah.
really
Oh,
are.
yeah.
I mean, what was so funny is Steve has his parody song of a parody song. It's a parody of "Hello Mutter, Hello Fodder," but it's on a cruise ship.
Oh, the cruise ship, yeah.
But it's a parody song that's based on a parody song.
Yeah.
It's like meta parody.
That Jesse Kelly went on and on about how he's a Marine guy I listened to on the radio, but he was going on and on about, yeah, I'm a Marine, but the Navy is so important, and he talks about how important it is for the defense of the country. And he says, anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is there's a new strain of monkeypox, so you sailors be careful out there.
Well, listen, fellas.
Yep, it's time for me
You
to.
get monkeypox from doing things around behind
With
that
monkeys.
you shouldn't be doing.
And I got monkeys in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yep.
nothing to do with that.
No, you're talking about the.
I got well.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody, good night. Thank you
Oh
for
my
coming.
gosh,
Thank
it's
you.
pouring rain. It's like
Oh my
Goodness.
god.
Is it really?
it's just
Well, I hear
it's
that
been
rain.
doing it
The show-
nonstop. It's
Yeah,
I
it's
hear
been
that
nonstop
rain.
since
in
Friday.
the spring, summer, because it's still broad daylight outside, and will
Is
be
that
for another
rain?
couple hours.
Is that rain I hear, Tim? Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to
Here,
the
let me.
rhythm
Well,
of the rain.
Jacksonville,
Hold
Tampa.
on, let me. You hear it?
Wow.
Yeah, it started Friday afternoon when I was having my outdoor swing time in the back, and I took my my tiki umbrella, my big heavy duty thing, and I made some brackets on that big A-frame swing, and I put that umbrella was so high up, like 9 feet or 10 feet up, and it seemed like it was in a resort or something. It felt kind of cool, and it kept the rain off me. And then we stayed out there till probably 10 at night. And as soon as we started going back in, it just bottom fell out, lightning and everything else. So I made it just it started raining really hard, and even that umbrella wasn't. Lucy and me were under there, and finally the rain was splashing on us. So we went inside, and it cooled off. We went out for a few more hours, and then when we went back in for the night, that's when it really hit hard. And it's just been. It gave a little retreat when we had our little film party at Darren's house, but other than that, it's just been out nonstop.
That's heavy.
I'm so glad my yard was been filled.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Well, stay dry.
Take
All right,
care,
we'll
be
see
safe,
you,
everybody.
Bye.
And,
Bye.
see you Thursday, darn, and I'll remind you again tomorrow.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Wish me luck. No,
Bye.
thanks.